Call him the grandfather.
So, during our last long
So-
rest, our adventurers had some time to themselves to set up some stepping stones for the future. With the ritual,
PC, by the way.
with the ritual
just came
destroyed, and Lucian's plans of bringing forward some sort of ritual or worship or encounter with Solon, they had, I suppose, new objectives to look forward to. One of them in the recent, I suppose, in the recent future to come, was around the mystery of a girl named Autumn, who they met at the tavern called the Autumn Leaf. She went by this alias, probably as a joke or some sort, maybe a play on words as how much she likes to destroy the nearby taverns and cause issues for them. It turns out that Autumn is the supposed daughter of a very powerful and very networked woman called Elena Farwood. It seems that there's some connection between this Helena, a group of individuals called the Court of Blood and Snow, that Ambrose was somehow attached to. We slowly delved into Ambrose's past as he unraveled these secrets to Autumn. They exchanged their real names. It turns out that her name was Estella, and that she claims that she doesn't even remember if she is the true daughter to Helena anymore, or if she was taken from a young age. It all seems a blur to her. She is also inflicted with vampirism, as Ambrose revealed to the party not so long ago, and that she is struggling with the internal turmoil of not wanting to become a monster, and she is refusing to feed, and she's refusing to carry on with any of the traits of that nature. Although it seems that Estella told Ambrose that she's being almost groomed, for a lack of a better word, for something. They needed her requirement. She needed to grow up, become powerful for something that they needed. As to what, it was a mystery. Ambrose and Estella had a very nice bonding conversation about eerie knowledge of the past. And from that moment, they started realizing that maybe Ambrose's past can help Estella reflect a future that is different from the one he had to endure. Maybe he can pull her out of this misery before it is too late. Maybe he can fold the path in front of her that she can walk that is different to the one that he had to deal with. So, after conversing and showing Estella the opportunities that arise, the fact that Ambrose was once in the same situation that she was in, controlled by this group, this court of vampires that seem to control almost majority of the nobility here in the northern regions of Kelmont, and that there is more hope out there than she believes. Lost and dwindled into a probably 6-foot deep pit of despair, Estella was gingerly approaching the conversation and the events that would transpire, but Ambrose's security, his stories, and I suppose his wit came in really handy for her to be put at ease. After hanging out for a majority of a night, reminiscing over Ambrose's stories with the current group that he finds himself in, letting Stella feel at home and comfortable, and then eventually revealing that Ambrose had a trick up his sleeve, something that allowed him to be just like everyone else. An amulet that he wore, a gift from something or someone from a long time past, that allows him to walk through the day, not fear the everyday, I suppose, vanities and issues that a normal vampire would have to deal with.
Vampire.
She was hesitant to believe it, but after being handed over and trusted with using the amulet for a couple of minutes, she was able to bask in sunlight for the first time in what probably is decades. Tears of joy streamed down Estella's face, and she was overwhelmed with the fact that finally in this dark room there's maybe a chance of light. So, a plan was hatched, maybe long term, sure, but they needed time. Dealing with the Court of Blood and Snow is almost like wanting to take down a small empire. dealing with the individuals who are all probably equally as powerful, if not much stronger than any of the other vampires around this place, seems to be a case of not being able to run down the front door and kill them at first sight. She mentioned that there's another person called Derwick, a hound even, someone who is seen to be a killer, ruthless, that could very quickly attend to the scene. So, knowing that there's a lot of protection and a lot of eyes on this place, and that the Court of Blood and Snow is perhaps untouchable at the moment, they thought that perhaps they've got a longer-term plan. They would leave for now, see if they can get Estella an amulet similar to the one that Ambrose has, to be able to at least grant us some respite from this hell. And once they're a bit stronger, return. Maybe crash one of Helena's many butterfly balls that she tends to have, and maybe set up some sort of ordeal and maybe bring in slowly to bring down this network of vampires. But that is perhaps for a future venture. In the near couple of days, they need to deal with the patrol. I mean, with the, not patrol, with the parole that Hjarlgron and Eldrith are on after being put in jail. The warden said that he needed to have Hummingbird, to be put in jail to hopefully get rid of all of the issues that are slowly destroying the merchant roads. But he wanted her alive for questioning and further proving. However, if the only way is to bring her back dead, then I guess that will have to do. At least it is something. After another day of wait, and then speaking to the warden again, he mentioned that even if they can only get at least a chain of higher ups, someone that you can speak to eventually get to Hummingbird, then that will be good as well. He just needs something that he can work on to slowly maneuver his troops to get rid of the problem. After gathering some information from the different merchants, they found out that the main attacks are happening on the road in between the Novum Bridge and Dawnstead, hoping that their settlement, their hideout, will be nearby. They heard from some scouts that patrol the area nearby that there seems to be traps being set up and movements around the cliffside that overlook Dahlia's Divide. So, with that information in tow, they join with Versa and his carriage as he is making his way directly to Crestfall. Our adventurers took a ride with Versa. Only a 2-day journey by the end of it, that led them to resting, waking up the next morning, saying goodbye to Versa, and that they would see him again shortly in Crestfall after a couple of weeks perhaps, for the Day of Glint. But in the meantime, our adventurers were left to their own devices, with their biting cold wind from the nearby cliffs, the autumn days leaving us behind and slowly veering into a cold, bitter winter. You can see as the autumn trees that kept all their leaves are left behind, and here the tall, not-so-evergreens are slowly losing all of their foliage and leaving these tall, spiky branches of wood instead. So, as the day approaches, because it is pure morning for all of you, you guys find yourselves near the cliffs that overlook Dahlia's Divide. You have the entire day to do whatever you wish, so what would you like to do?
Hell yeah. Well, first things first. We can't just blindly go walking into this. We need to find tracks. Everyone's favourite.
Okay.
Tracking.
Okay.
Nice.
That's true, they might be using a train.
Wait a second. This is the wrong kind of track.
Wait a
Wait
minute.
a second. We also have someone who's worked with these people before, so they should somewhat know how to operate.
I should.
Yeah. You'd think.
You think, but however, it's been some time.
And let's just say that the Sparrows are slightly different than a group of bandits.
True.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, clearly they're good at what they do because they keep getting the jump on people and then fucking off again. But yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
regardless, there still should
Yeah,
be
yeah. You know, the
some-
sparrows, simple people.
some little clue that I think he could claim that we probably couldn't.
Yep. What about it?
So I think our guy looks for that. I can have a little sniff out for some tracks.
Okay.
When they're frequent, at least.
Literally
Sure.
imagining him down on the floor smelling the
I mean,
floor.
much like the overworld map depicts, there aren't necessarily thick forests or anything like that around here. A lot of it is hilly, yeah. A lot of your vision is blocked not by trees and other such things. Instead, it's blocked by large kind of hills that wave and weave in between one another, almost like small valleys that begin to form towards the large cliff that overlooks Dahlia's Divide that you guys could probably see only like maybe a 20-minute walk in front of you to get to the cliffs. So looking around, you see these like every now and again small clusters of trees, but nothing enough to be called a woods or a forest. So in terms of like your vision at the moment, you know, there's nothing stopping any of you from seeing things, but to the naked eye, this just looks like an open field. You can see sea rats, aka seagulls, kind of beginning to fly around the, you know, the distance where you can begin to already see the Dahlia's Divide, and other wildlife that tends to enjoy valley-like environments, like sheep and goats and other such things that are wildly going around. So it's up to you how you want to go about this.
We do need to start making our way down to the pier, because that's where they are reported to be.
Okay.
So we do need to start making our way, well, back through the Northern Bridge, down elevator X, to reach the docks on this side of the bridge. Because it's quite a drop, isn't it?
Well, you know that they're not at a pier. You know that the information that you got given, to clarify, was that they are obviously hidden over. They're not going to be with civilization. They are away, and that perhaps they have a hideout somewhere near the Dahlia's Divide cliffs. So it is a drop from here, but you can obviously, I don't know, it's up to you. You could go walk around the cliff. You could go up to the cliff and maybe start looking there. You could go, if you want to, you can go all the way to the Northern Bridge, down, and then start trekking all the way around. It's entirely up to you
Maybe a case
guys.
of we should probably start surveying the edge of the cliff as we go forward.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the better rights. I think you enjoy you the best for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I use Doy as a pair of binoculars, please? Doy, transform.
Yes.
Just takes off his eyes, hands them to you.
Oh, wicked.
Alright. Well, yeah, sure. If you guys are gonna walk up to the cliff sides, then that's fine. You take a, like I said, roughly 15 to 20-minute walk to get from where you are, which is the road where Versa dropped you off, all the way to the edge of the cliffs. As you walk closer and closer to it, you could slowly hear the build-up of the sound of waves crashing against the cliffside. And as you get closer, you can begin to hear the gawking of the sea rats. And eventually, as you get closer, you can begin to peer over the side of the cliff. At least from this side, it is indeed a very steep fall, probably over 100 feet down into the river, the divide below. And from this point, you can, if there was perhaps better weather, like a completely clear day, you could probably see from this side to the other side, and maybe even see Primtier. But a bit of the early morning fog and the fact that it is much cloudier these days is now kind of blinding that vision. You can almost make out some semblance of a shoreline on the other side of the divide, way, way far away. But that is almost like minuscule knowledge. But if you want to start scouting from this side to like look at your side of the cliff and look, to the west and to the east, roll me a perception check. Let's see what we can find.
You got it.
If anyone else is looking, you can do that with advantage, but I don't know. It's up to you guys what you're doing.
Hell
What are we
no.
doing?
I'm a good 10 meters back.
From the cliff's edge.
I'll help if
itself.
anyone would
No.
like my help, but it's not really my
Away
fault.
from the
Hey,
fucking cliff.
Oh, advantage.
Go for it.
Eyes peeled.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
You go all the way up to the edge. Tall heights are not something that you're particularly afraid of, Pierce, and you kind of go all the way up to the edge, to the point where your foot kind of meets the line, and you can even hear some of the rocks underneath your feet crumble and fall into the waves below. You peer over and you look from the west to the east. You look towards the west side where you can see the Novum Bridge off in the distance begin to be covered by this rolling mist and fog. You see all the way down in the distance, underneath the archways of the bridge, merchant boats traveling back and forward. And then you take more notice towards the west side. I mean the east side. And you look at the very bottom. So yeah, technically the right-hand side on the map.
Yeah, thought so.
You look down and towards the east side, and you notice that the edge, or the kind of like the incline, begins to lower further down, maybe an hour or two walk from where you are. You could technically reach the shoreline of Dahlia's Divide, traveling about an hour or two down that way. They can't see any signs of like buildings or anything, but there is a downward slope that begins to form towards the east side.
I was going to say, if I was looking for anything in particular, I would look for a pathway, or maybe somewhere less traveled, but at least a drop into the shoreline or other.
So perhaps you don't notice a path or anything like man-built or anything of the similarity.
But there is a decline.
But yes, but you definitely spot a decline towards the east side, where you can at least begin to see the slope of this humongous cliffside begin to lower down into maybe what could eventually lead to a shoreline to this divide.
That is a start, at least. So let's get moving.
Very well. As you guys are walking, maybe 5 feet or 15 feet away from the cliffside, the winds here are brutal. I don't know, well, for a lot of you, you would have known, being, next to the shore and next to the sea, especially my Welsh folk. The winds this close to the sea and this close to a large, tall cliff like this are battering. Like, they are brutal. To you, Hjarlgron, this is child's play. This is like a nice summer's day.
I was gonna say, this is just a regular, like...
the winds here are like pretty standard for you, nothing too brutal. For those of you a bit skinnier of frame, the winds almost feel like you have to purposely push forward your body weight to counteract the amount of wind that's being knocked back, so that you can keep going forward. So you kind of like pushing your body weight forward to push past. Doi, luckily you're made out of some heavy material, so you're pretty well grounded. But you do notice that Doi is kind of like happily waddling along, but his arms, which are lighter and he's not purposely keeping them forward, are like waving in the back of his, like they're like flailing to the back, and they're just being pushed around by the wind.
Bro, it's like one of them wacky woo.
Literally, yeah. So his entire body, his entire body is like metal and grounded and walking, but his arms that he's currently not using, so he's just leaving them like dead, are like flailing around like a windsock, just.
And as he waddles, his normal waddle in one direction, he obviously stays on the other one side way longer because the wind is like pushing him. He just doesn't quite realize and account for it. So it's like almost like a limp.
Eldrith, you are almost being blown away.
Whoever's having the most trouble, I'm gonna walk in front of them.
That's a Doi thing.
Yeah.
Eldrith, you're like
having the most.
You're like almost being blown away by these winds. Eldrith, you're trying your best to be kept, and then all of a sudden the wind just feels like it stops, and you're like, huh? And then you realize that this absolute giant Goliath is in front of you, blocking a lot of the wind's absorption, and he's just kind of taking the brunt of it for you.
Ambrose is at the back and is essentially a body full flat hugged against the side, facing the cliff, and is like edging sideways with like all 4 limbs, like making sure he's always got 3 points of contact with the wall and the floor.
So As
Bro, you got
guys-
spider climb on your on your shoes. What do you
True.
mean? You don't need that.
I do have spider climb, and I'm making sure I'm stuck to the wall
I'm
and
making
the
sure
floor.
it's spider climbing.
Yeah, make sure there's
Feet on the
three
floor,
things,
and my
yeah.
hands are like stuck on the wall, and he's just flat against the wall with his head turned to the side, just sort of edging along it.
I
edging.
imagine Syldia is also pretty well grounded. She has a pretty hefty weapon and some hefty armor on, so I imagine Syldia isn't being escorted away by the winds.
Built like a brick shit house.
Yeah, so at least the battering
Tough
winds
old
aren't
thing.
extreme enough to require any checks as you guys are just walking on the side of the cliff. But you eventually, after about an hour of walking in this direction, you know, you begin to feel your face go red and like super ice cold from the battering winds. Your ears are now hurting. I don't know if this has happened to some of you before, but like the back of your teeth when they get really cold, like ache slightly at the gums, and
Yeah.
it's a bit of a really just uncomfortable feeling when your body's this cold. You assume that most people don't really trek this way, which for you, Pierce, might be a good sign that the fact that maybe people stay away from here, so it wouldn't be a bad idea. If you were doing this and you were running this organization, you would probably pick a place that people don't tend to go towards.
Or something at least difficult to get to
Yeah.
as well.
So as you start going down the incline, it goes from a nice, quite a standard gradient where walking doesn't feel too uncomfortable and you can go downwards. But then after about 20 minutes of walking, the incline becomes almost like a 13% incline, and each step is like, you know when you're like walking down a steep cliff and your body kind of like shakes and wobbles every time, and you're shoving your weight onto your knees every time you're taking a step down to stop yourself from like just barrel rolling down the hill. So you guys are now beginning to descend through that cliffside, and it leads to kind of like a almost dead-endish overlook much further down, about maybe some 70 feet down. So you've managed to cut the distance from 100 feet up to only 30 feet up now. You can really feel every now and again, if there's a big wave, you feel the spray of the water crash against the waves, and eventually you get a bit of that kind of sea mist hit against your face. And it gives you a bit of a good overlook. So as you're coming up to this point, if you want, this probably might be a good... You get the idea this could be a good place for a surveillance or a scout. So what
Do you see anything?
Not at the moment.
You guys can have a look around if you want to here to find anything else if you want, or you can just keep trying to like clamber downwards from a much more narrower path that still winds down and reaches a pebbled shore below. But it is just like almost kind of how Reece was describing, this thin path that is like attached to a wall, and you're gonna have to kind of like ease your way down to it. Or you could use this place to get a bit of a vantage point. It's up to you guys at the moment.
It's always best to have a quick look around just to make sure there's any little thing we can see which might indicate anyone's been here.
Yeah,
Just
whoever's
giving us
looking
some
can roll me
indication that
perception.
we're on the right path.
Yeah, sure.
I'll give you.
Am I getting help with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
13.
Oi.
Right. You don't notice
It's
everything
breezy.
that you could have, but there are a couple of things. Now, as you perch up upon the edge of this lower cliff, the spray of the ocean is difficult to deal with, and it's not the best position to be able to like start looking. Your eyes kind of need to be a bit squinted every now and again. The rain and the wind is battering against you. It's pretty awful. But you do notice down the side from the path that I mentioned that kind of leans downwards, you can, across the pebbled shore, you can see a small wooden stake that comes out of the ground with some tattered cloth on it. But you also notice on the opposite side, so instead of clambering down towards the east, if you clamber down towards the west, you notice what looks like the remains of a very, very, very old man-made path to the point where the blocks aren't really well carved. It was probably done so fucking long ago that like the traditional steps weren't really created. They just like put these blocks together. They put these like most surface-looking blocks together. They've all been smoothed over by rain and covered in algae and stuff. And you can see that step kind of begins to lead downwards in the opposite direction. And you can barely make out the bottom end. If you were to carry on going down that path, you can barely make out the bottom side of a muddied path. So you got
I would like to go down there, if nothing else. If someone has been there, they would leave tracks in the mud.
It's pretty solid.
Right.
Pretty sure we're not finding anything here. Let's just go back up. There's nothing to find. It's just a muddy beach.
It would
Just
not
begin to
take
walk down
long.
to the path.
Celwydd is trying to look at whatever we're looking for, but the wind keeps like blowing all her hair into her face.
Oh,
He speaks from experience, I can
feel
tell.
that. Yeah, it's insane.
Long hair havers in the wind. Oh.
Damn.
Right, so you guys are choosing to go in the opposite direction of the stake with the tattered cloth. You're choosing to go down the path that has kind of these old blocks and path that leads down into the muddy-like trail, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay. Hjarlgron, did you say you're going first?
Yes.
Alright. You're going to be the only person that I need to do this check because of your sheer size. Everyone else can fit through these stairs and walk through them perfectly fine.
Oh, fun.
However,
Oh
these-
my god, okay.
However,
Stairs?
well, they're not stairs, like I said. It was their remains of what looks like a long fucking time ago. Someone would have made this almost as like, we're going to just try and
Oh.
pile some bricks up together to make it almost feel like steps. It's like when you go
Oh, like you would
to,
find
like,
those wooden logs on the beach.
yeah, type thing, yeah. So, as Hjarlgron, you go first and begin stepping on these smoothed over stones with like algae covering them and they've been
I'm gonna
corroded
eat
to
shit.
all fuck.
Nice.
And you begin walking. This was not designed for someone of your width or size. As you begin walking,
Wide.
everyone else can kind of stick to the side where the cliff's wall is pretty easily, but your body takes up the entire path to the point where you're going to have to like really squeeze through and keep your legs together, which feels a bit uneasy for you. So as you're going and the winds are battering you, which isn't too much of a problem, but the slippery steps are, I'm going to need you to make a dexterity check for me, please.
Yeah.
Alright, 11. As
I
you...
guess.
Go on.
Oh, right.
No, go.
Wait, I'm gonna wait.
Oh, okay. As you see
How far
Hjarlgron,
would I fall if I did fall, by the way?
like I said, about a 30-foot drop onto a pebbled
Oh,
shore.
that's fine. If I hit shit, I'll hit shit.
It wouldn't be straight into the water. It'll be onto like a pebbled shore. So.
Yeah, that's fine. If I eat
Alright,
shit, I
so
eat shit.
as you begin walking and kind of making your way down, your size is, like I said, not designed for these steps. You take a couple of even steps that are absolutely fine, but then your foot does not find surface. It steps onto this kind of big clump of mossy algae. Your foot slips up from underneath. You try and grab onto the wall to the side, and your body falters and begins falling
I
to
cast
the side.
Entangle on him.
Oh, okay, sure.
Shit.
You can choose to automatically fail that, Ryan, if you wish.
Yep, I'm about to eat shit. I just
Alright,
see him cast something.
You begin
I assume
falling.
it's going to help me. So I'm
You begin
gonna let it
falling. You begin. The rest of you who are behind him see this behemoth of a creature clamber and begin to fall off the 30-foot
Whoop.
side to the left.
happen. All you hear is just whoops.
And then you see Doi quickly cast a spell, and then uprooting themselves from underneath these stone-like stairs that I mentioned. You see a couple of ancient old vines from probably trees that were here dozens and thousands of years ago that have slowly been eroded. Shoot up and grab onto the two legs and the waist of Hjarlgron, just barely keeping him up, like almost like an angle at an angle, and you can see him diagonally coming off of the stairs, but the tree roots are keeping him in place.
Just kind of like. So what do I do now?
Come back this way a little bit.
Help me pull him.
Yep, you got it.
Can like pull my arms out for whoever to grab and help me up.
Yeah. With the assistance of a very well-placed and well-thought-through entangle spell, and the assistance of your allies, you do not fall the 30 feet to the ground, and instead you are helped and pushed back onto the side. The rest of you make your way down these steps pretty easily with no problems, as they are designed for much smaller folk like yourselves. And eventually you find yourselves...
9-meter drop. Sheesh. Okay.
And then you kind of find yourselves not at the very bottom of the Pearl Beach, but maybe only 10 foot above it on a muddy path that slightly overlooks it. The waves now, whenever they crash in or wave in, the spray soaks you completely. And as you guys get to this path and the large cliff that's overhanging no longer blocks your view, you can see that about 10 minutes walk on this muddy path with long, tall strands of water grass that are covering this path. At the very end, there seems to be the crumbling ruins of some sort of watchtower that at the top has an old-fashioned wooden ballista.
Ooh. Sneak. Is it time to
Yeah.
sneak?
So we got down
Yeah,
there and you
sneaky
said it
time.
was muddy. Do we see any tracks? Does
Yeah.
it seem like anyone's walked around?
If anyone's looking for tracks, they can either roll investigation or survival.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Ambrose
well-
gets hit
No!
with some Z spray,
Don't
and
worry,
you
I'll
just hear him.
No!
No!
The both of you, as you're looking through the patches of mud that kind of soak your boots a couple of inches deep, and otherwise covered by really tall water grass, which is grass that basically grows right next to large bodies of water, and it tends to be really long and quite thick. It's covering majority of your view, so you don't spot any tracks.
What were the two rolls? Sorry.
They're an 8 and a 9, and it's for survival.
Yeah.
It's fine. Tracks.
Survival. Okay.
You can also do like an investigation.
I would have. To be
Yeah.
remember,
I was gonna say investigation.
well, remember, Nathan,
yeah.
that I only allowed 2 chances at any select roll,
Ah,
so
no
both
worries.
of them were used anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
No, that's okay. So yeah, you guys don't spot any tracks that lead to or from this large, crumbling, ruined watchtower with a ballista at the top of it.
Are
I
we
mean,
still
this is
thinking of
here.
picking it?
Well, if this is where they're
Um,
hiding, it's probably best we.
It
Maybe
is
get the sneak.
armed.
We do what we can. Stay out of sight.
Would you like me to scout ahead a little?
You are our little spider monkey. It's best for it.
I don't know if I like being called that, but yeah, I suppose I am.
The monkey. Let me get my telepathic connection going on us. Good old psychic whispers.
Sheesh.
So you and I and one other shall be connected.
Oh god, it reminds me of the fishing helmets and fucking
What the
Bloodborne.
fuck?
Yeah.
What's this fishing
Oh
hammer?
my god, yeah, orphan of corn's about to crawl up.
No.
Don't say these things.
I don't know. Pick
Give it a moment.
pick either Eldrith or Celwydd are probably pretty good to just have mentally tuned into a group.
Eldrith is a smart guy, so I
That's a
reckon
nice
he'd do
compliment.
pretty well.
Well, Hjarlgron will just shout stuff.
It's true.
True. And then,
Right.
this
Exactly
is
right,
for
but
free
right.
because it's my first one casting today, and then it lasts for
Roll that dice.
1dx amount of hours.
1d8.
Lasts for 1dx. X is equal to
1d10.
d6.
Roll that d6.
Have a while.
Nice. Yeah, we have a while. We'll be in touch for a while. I'm the reload point
So
as per
you are-
usual, so you have to talk to
You are
me to talk
connecting.
to other people.
You are connecting to who?
I'm connected to Ambrose and Eldrith.
Okay. All right.
Pretty sure that's like the common group we go for. as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
With
So-
Eldrith ready for like spell backup and magic and intelligence stuff, and then Ambrose is usually off fucking scouting ahead somewhere.
Climbing the
What's our
walls.
proficiency bonus?
Yeah.
Is it still only
Still
3?
2.
2. 2? Yeah, so only 2 people.
It's
Cool.
3 when we get to
It'll be 3 next level.
Next
Yeah,
level.
it'll be 3.
After
The
the
next
J
level,
plan.
I'll be connected to 3 people, which is
Yeah.
really
Next
cool.
level is huge.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn right.
And a huge rank to deal with. Anyway,
Well-
so how are you guys approaching?
Since you guys know that I'm a little different now, I don't suppose I can. I suppose I can use a little bit of my secret magic, and you won't judge me.
Oh, secret magic.
Yeah, well, you know, a little bit of vampire power still left in me. Anyway,
Once you
bye.
use it,
And
we
just
all
waves
pull
his
up
hand,
short.
and is just gonna go invisible.
Oh. Waves.
Don't worry, I'm still here. I'm just invisible.
Let's find a spot where we can just hide out for a little bit, I guess, while
So-
he's investigating.
Yeah, so all you can see around you at the moment is to the left of you, a 10-foot drop into a pebbled beach, well, pebbled shore with the water from Delia's Divide. Directly in front of you, a, like I said, muddied old path covered in this really long, dark green, luscious watergrass, and then a rumbling, kind of old and rustic, worn-out watchtower that at the top, again, has a very much worn-out ballista.
Ambrose is going up to
Okay.
the watch house. I
Uh,
reckon we
if
could
I
hide
was
behind
to-
that like 10-foot drop.
If I was to, could I make it to the watchtower by sort of skedaddling along the side of the cliff,
Yeah, there's a path that
so
leads
that I'm
up
not
to
on
it.
the ground in the mud? Oh no, I don't want to be leaving any like trace that I'm moving
Yeah, you can
around.
walk. You can walk literally like on top of the water grass, or like on the outside of it, which shouldn't leave any
Yeah.
treads. You can roll stealth as well if you want to, like hide footprints or whatever to a certain extent. See how much
Yeah.
noise you make.
With
Do the
advantage
sidewalk.
because of invisible.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
But this is
I'm
where they
still
have
stuck.
see invisibility. So sorry.
Just constantly going.
I just
It
got
has a
this.
see invisibility scope on it.
Yeah, no, yeah, the ballista is actually an automated turret and doesn't need to be manned.
Oh my god.
Uses,
What technology is
infrared.
this?
It's just got a
Balls.
permanent detect person thing.
Literally.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
I'm
come
going to approach the bottom of said watchtower and have a little hug of the wall. Actually, I'll get on the wall and Spider-Man my
You
way
know?
Okay.
around to see if there's a door.
You approach the watchtower. It is a very kind of traditional chess-like square tower that leads all the way to the top, and then at the top it's an open roof, and at the top of the roof is a ballista. Very stereotypical, just kind of fits the purpose of whatever the functionality of it was. It's got about, from the height of it, like you can't quite make out, but you can assume that perhaps it has 3 floors, one of them being the ground floor, a middle floor, and then the quote-unquote roof with the ballista. You walk up to it, the door is kind of like... When the wind blows against it, it opens slightly, and then when the wind leaves, it closes, slamming a couple of times. The metal latch on the broken wooden door rings, and then it opens. You can hear the tower feels like it's rumbling, and kind of the wind almost makes it have this sense of personality and live-like traits that creak within it. You spot tattered cloth on it that is probably was meant to be a nice sky blue, but is now darkened and completely like covered by moss and other such things, and ruined and eaten a bit. As far as
Alright.
you can tell, there's, at least from the outside, there is no one within, and it is very quiet except for the whistling winds.
Are there any like upper windows or anything like that of it?
Yeah, it has the typical archer slots. So the windows aren't
Okay.
particularly huge, big, but, you know, slim little lines that probably archers used to use to shoot from.
I shall crawl my way up the walls and check a couple of these archer slots. And because I'm invisible, I will pretty much like, position myself in front of them and peer in.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, you begin clambering up. as you walk up, obviously the first floor doesn't have any of the. I mean, the ground floor doesn't have any of those slots because it's the ground floor. But as you climb up to about halfway up the tower, the climb feels a bit uneasy as your weight feels almost as if it's too much from the stone of this place. Like you pull on a couple of these rocks as you're climbing up against it, and they feel like they wobble a bit in place. And you look inside one of the archer slits of the first floor. You see a couple of barrels that are filled with these large, gigantic bolts, which you're assuming are the ammunition for the ballista. A rack of old, rusted longswords, and a couple of like broken, worn chests, and a old, dirtied bedroll, but no sign of a person.
Okay, and then again, the next floor up.
Yeah, as you go up to the next one, it just is it's like a spiral staircase that leads up until the top floor, which is the open plan roof of the watchtower. Which, when you climb up to it and you kind of bring your eyes over the rooftop, so you can see the flat surface of the top of the tower, you see a large ballista with the string pulled all the way back. A large kind of lever, which you assume is used to operate the ballista on some sort of rotating kind of like wooden wheel. And again, you see another barrel filled with 2 bolts, probably big enough to load up this weapon. But nothing else.
And if that's the case, I will go onto said open top roof and make my way inside, sticking to walls instead of ever going along the floor.
Oh, okay. So you're going kind of like into the tower from the top, essentially.
Yeah, like I'm assuming there's like a spiral staircase that comes out of the top. That's just like, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, you go up to the top of the tower and you begin walking down the wall of the spiral staircase, and again you find yourself in that room, like I mentioned, with the bedroll, a broken like coffer, a barrel filled with about maybe 8 ballista bolts, and a rack of weapons, rusted longswords.
I'm going to check the. Does the bedroll look like it's been used any time recently?
Do me a investigation check.
Medicine.
Give me an investigation check.
All right.
With a 4, I'll still give you the plain obvious, but from as far as you can tell from the plain obvious, the bed is damp and soaked through. It doesn't look like it's been warm or used recently. There's no sort of pillow or anything. And it's just kind of sprawled out onto the ground. That's as much as you get from it.
Okay, soggy and abandoned. All right. Is this the middle floor, or this isn't the bottom floor, right? This is like
This is the middle floor.
Yep. All right, then I will. They say there's a broken coffer.
Yeah.
Let me just check the wording on invisibility real quick. I cannot cast a spell. Shit. Okay. With one of the old crossbow bolts, whatever the ballista bolts, I will nudge at the coffer and pry it open.
You lift out this huge ballista bolt. You're like, you really have to like put your entire body into it, and you pull it out from the barrel. You wave it around, and then you like poke the chest. And kind of like the sides of where the chest was probably used to be carried rattle, like, but nothing happens when you poke it.
I'm gonna try and like. Is the lid closed?
Yeah, but it doesn't seem locked. There's no lock on it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna nudge it open with the bolt because I don't trust this not to be a mimic at any given moment.
With some force, you kind of like the bolt kind of like hits against the chest a couple of times until you find the correct place to get some leverage, and then you lift up the lid of it, and it kind of like rattles open. A couple of spiders crawl out from inside of it, and you can see some damped clothes, maybe like commoners' clothing that are in there, a hooded lantern, and a small pouch that probably looks like a standard coin pouch.
in my head to Pierce. Place seems a little too perfectly abandoned.
No signs of life.
Not whatsoever. An old soggy bedroll, some abandoned swords, and what appears to be someone's old belongings that they just left here. Little coin purse, maybe, but I'm not going to poke it. I don't trust anything here, not to be a trap.
You check out the ballista itself.
Not my expertise, but it looked fine. Just shrugs. Didn't really look at it at all, to be honest.
And there's no hatch up there, is there?
Well, I'm going to check the bottom floor. See if I can find a
Oh,
little
goes
secret
down.
door.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm only in the middle right now, Pierce, don't worry. I'm working my way through, and is going to start making his way down to the bottom.
You make your way down to the bottom floor. There is a like broken glass from the hooded lantern that's meant to probably illuminate this room. That's dangling from in between the staircase, and you see a kind of like a hatch that probably leads to the basement of the tower. But other than that, a round shield that's on the floor that has a crest that looks like that of a you know, the stereotypical towers that have that kind of the roof of the tower is kind of like square block, then square block up, square block down, square block up, square block down, like from a chess piece. And then at the top of that kind of tower, it's got like the head of a dragon.
Yeah. Okay. To Pierce again. Pierce, any recognition from our resident wizard about a crest that is like a classical tower design with a dragon's head on top?
I will relay that information.
This is annoying as fuck.
Do I recognize that type of symbol at all?
Yes, because it's very close to where you're from, I will not even make you roll a history check. It is the symbol for Ardwindale.
Oh.
Which is also commonly known as the military capital of Kelmont.
What's the symbol for Arvindale? Why? Pass that along.
Pass it along.
Tell him because I found a shield in here with the crest on it.
We found a shield in there with the crest on it.
Well? Hello? What did Discord just go silent for me?
He's...
Oh, okay. Said, so up in that tower, there is a shield with that crest on it.
Yeah?
That's what they tell you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, he asked why.
That's all.
Yep.
Oh, he asked why.
Yeah.
Yeah, you asked why. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
you did ask why. Well, that's weird then. Are they known to operate around here?
Roll me a history check.
No. This +7 gets me a below 10, I swear to God.
You still there, Pierce? I haven't heard anything for a moment.
I'm here.
Oh my!
With a 9.
You said it, not me.
All that you really get is, you know, Ardwindale's the, like I said, the military capital of Kelmont, and that's what it's commonly known as. So if we're in a militaristic tower of some sort, I guess it wouldn't be out of place for Ardwindale's military to be here, protecting maybe the Dahlia's Divide. It explains the ballista to take down any ships that come across, perhaps.
Well, they are heavily militaristic, so perhaps it's one of their watchtower?
It's possibly the watchtower.
Oh, it's definitely a watchtower, Pierce.
No, I mean Ardwindale's watchtower.
All right. Well, I don't think it is anymore. I'm going to have a listen at this trapdoor, see what I can hear. I'm going to sort of put my ear down to the hatch.
Sure, roll perception.
Big money.
Pachow.
Huge rolls
Fucking
today, guys.
Huge rolls today.
Not much. You hear the sound of dripping
Saving them.
water.
Saving the rolls, man.
What's in, by the way?
Just going to see if anyone's home, and I'm just going to, while invisible, just sort of very lightly lift. Is there like one of those like circular kind of like knocker type door pull
Yeah.
handle thing, right?
And you
I'm just
also,
going to lift that and let it tap back down.
and you
again.
also notice that it's locked. Like you pull from it, but it's not budging. It's not letting you open it.
Oh, I was just going to like knock the handle about.
Oh,
to
right.
make it
Okay.
go, like,
Yeah. So you
just
pull
like-
up the handle. It makes the kind of like typical metal rattling noise, like the. You wait. You hear a drip of water. And nothing else.
All right. Don't think there's anyone in here, or they're hiding very well, and they probably just thought I was the wind. Any suggestions,
Wind
Pierce?
noise, wind noise. Perhaps I could make my up there. Unlock that door.
What's going on out there? Is anyone doing anything?
Nothing that I can see,
Come
right?
on.
We've taken. I've suggested that we've taken cover behind the 10-foot.
We're all like laying
thing
low,
on
aren't
the-
we? While you're in
on the
there.
beach, yeah.
I imagine just taking shelter from the wind, staying out of sight, kind of thing.
Yep. Seems like the smartest thing to do.
All right, the trapdoor is locked anyway.
I can go up and unlock it, I guess.
Well, you could, Pierce, but you're not invisible. And what if there's people down there waiting with daggers and I don't know, other such dangerous weapons like they had before?
Do I see people?
You haven't seen anyone go in.
No.
Well, I'm in there, so I think I would see if they're in. Was the
You and what perception?
the door that's opening and closing? It's just like freely open, right?
Oh yeah, that shit's like the
Yeah.
hinges are barely.
I'm
going
just gonna sort of like just slide through it while it's like opening and stuff, and let it continue doing its thing and closing and opening, so it doesn't. I haven't propped it open or anything like that. There's
Yeah.
no change.
No problem.
Just slip on through. Walking around the outside of the tower again. Is there any? If I look at the cliff face or like the shoreline behind the tower, is there any sort of sign of like caves, passageways, things obscured by dangling grass and seaweed or whatever?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll me a perception check.
I'm really good at these today.
Well, a
Huh.
10. I mean, it's not awful. You look up and down the shoreline from this position. Looking past the tower, it kind of drops off onto the water, so there doesn't seem like there can be anything behind this tower. You see plenty of like grass dangling down from the cliffside. There's about a maybe 20-foot distance between the tower's back and then a cliff that just drops off into the water. So there doesn't seem to be anything directly behind it. And then on the shoreline back towards where your friends are, like on the other side, you look past and you can see the shoreline curves almost like a crescent outwards, and you can begin to see a bit of the distance, and you can see that large stake of wood with that bit of cloth kind of waving in the wind that I described earlier.
Not gonna lie, Pierce. I think I'm running dry on places to look unless we can get that trapdoor open. Have we tried that stake thing?
Stake thing?
Yeah, I'm not going near it.
What stake?
The thing that
little
you
post thing.
the thing that you
Ooh.
spotted on when you did your scout to the for directional sake, on the left hand side you had that weird kind of like path walk around the cliff wall that led down to the pebbled
Ew.
shore, and it had like this long wooden stake that at the top of it had a piece of torn cloth dangling off of it, and then on the right hand side
Sorry,
you had,
I did miss that.
and then on the right hand side you had this path that led to the watchtower. Well, from where Ambrose's perspective is, it's almost like a crescent, so he can actually see from where he is, he can see to where that stake is.
Let me investigate the stake then. See what happens. Going up to it, I would like to investigate for there's any sort of tripwire attached to it or anything of the such. Checking for traps.
Okay, you're just walking up to it.
Yes.
Okay. You walk up to it,
Or
and as you're
it's on the Pebble Beach, right?
yes,
Or
this is
okay, cool.
on the Pebble Beach, about
If I could-
5 minutes away from where your current team is just hanging out.
Well, if I can drop down that 10-foot sand barrier down to the Pebble Beach, and then stealth along the wall to it.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can roll stealth if you want to.
Yes, please.
Go for it. That changes a lot.
I trip and fall. Oh, that does change a
Ooh.
lot.
Well,
God
considering you
damn.
said you were just going to approach it without doing anything, I was like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you walk up to it, and as you walk all the way up to it, you begin to see that it's the first of many stakes that are dotted across this pebbled grey shoreline. And as you walk all the way up to it, you can in fact see the display that you see in front of you on Alchemy. A hugged against a cliff side small settlement of wooden shacks that are roughly put together poorly. A couple of wicker baskets that are probably filled with old fish, and tattered red cloth scattered all across the different buildings.
Symbolism, none, or
On the tattered cloth and one of the stakes off into the distance, further down the shoreline, you can see a symbol of some sort of bird on this red flags that are scattered across it, using the cliff's ledge as a way to conceal this small settlement.
telepathically to Ambrose and to Eldrith, I will say, there's a shanty town here. Rickety old houses, barely to be put together. But symbolism is of a bird on red cloth.
Excellent.
This
In
could be
in
a
that
place.
case, I'm just going to check that pouch now that I think about it, and then I'll be on my way.
Big
I'm
mistake.
Going to do exactly that. I'm just going to check that pouch that was in the coffer.
Yeah, you go up to the pouch, you pick it up, you open it, and there seems to be a very typical golden and silver wedding band in there. It's like half gold, half silver, and then 3 copper pieces.
Oh. All right.
Money.
Wedding band, nice. And 3 copper, nice. This person died alone, or was taken by a sexy mermaid lady out to sea and abandoned his wife.
More to the other, either which.
Only 2 things that I can logically think of as Ambrose.
Of course.
Pierce, I think the watchtower keeper that was here last was married.
Ah.
Hmm.
Good for them.
Yes. Unfortunately, he's either dead or divorced because his ring is here, so...
Oh well. Pick it up, pocket it, come meet us down here.
On my way. I'm going to make my way out through the door again. And go and meet up with the others, still invisibly.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, what are we looking at, Pierce? What's going on? Just right next to him, disembodied voice.
No. Right. So, as you can see here, there seems to be a village of some sort. No signs of life at the moment.
Want me to go check it out? I've still got a good while on this spell,
If you can.
I think. It's not been an hour. Sure. Hands in pockets, stroll down towards the shanty town.
Message Eldritch be just like, Eldritch horror, my friend.
Not
Eldrith.
yet. You
No,
can
not
help
yet.
with
Yeah,
it.
not
Not
yet.
yet, that's
Soon.
his character
later.
Stop spoiling it, guys.
Guys! Eldrith, if you can bring the others quietly down the beach line, there's a shanty down here.
Yes, quietly looks at Hjarlgron.
Hey, don't you fucking say anything.
Exactly.
You're about to
Listen,
watch
for a
a
big
Star
lad,
Wars
he can
Master
disappear in
accent.
an instant.
Alright, if
I
you
just
guys
wanna-
are joining the rest of these folk at that stake, that wooden stake at the Pebble Beach, then go for it.
Yeah, we
Well, do you want me to scout ahead or nah?
It's probably a good idea to scout ahead, but this stake that's in the ground with the cloth in it is pretty solid, right? Or it looks like it's just been wedged in here.
It looks like someone's purposely like carved this wooden pole to hold a piece of cloth, and then they've like used a bunch of these much bigger pebbles and stones to keep it in place.
Can I check for a tripwire, please?
Yeah, roll investigation.
Okay. Investigation. It's only a +1.
Use the
Ugh,
eyes.
You do not see anything.
9. Dang. Well, should be right then. Ambrose, if you want to go ahead.
Already on it. This is wondering. Alright, I guess I'll just approach like the first building of said town very carefully, very cautiously, and can I hear anyone around, inside, fucking around on the shore?
Alright, so two things to quickly clarify. The rest of the party, are you guys just walking up to the stake? What are the rest of you guys doing? As Ambrose is walking towards the shantytown.
My best guess is we would have been like kind of stealthily going up. Like
I guess
as we've seen
we'll
so far,
hang out,
everything's
like,
been stealthy.
Outside of it, like, but like crouching down kind of thing, maybe.
So are you stealthing or just walking up to it?
I do believe we're going to be stealthy.
Yeah,
This entire thing
if
has been
nothing
stealth.
else, even if we're not moving, we should like stealth and try
Yeah,
not
Yeah,
to
let's
walk.
at least
instead of,
try.
Yeah.
instead of just walking up and standing out in the open next to the stake, you could always just hug the cliff.
That's what
Yeah.
Case did, yeah.
We'll stay where we are
Yeah.
until we hear otherwise, but we'll
But we
make
try to stay hidden.
ourselves-
Okay then,
Yeah.
stealth rolls, por favor.
I can.
Oh boy.
Someone say stealth. I'm so good at that,
But I have a +4. I don't fuck around.
Solid. Solid.
guys. I'm so
Alright.
good at
Oh
stealth.
shit.
Don't worry,
We're
you've got the
positive?
cash money.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Fucking Celwydd's in like a fucking Metal Gear Solid box.
I'll
I'm like, oh.
Syldia's just in a metal box.
I'll roll Eldrith for him. Stealth. +2? Oh, go on, lad.
Go on.
Okay.
8.
I can't believe you'd fudge the roll like that, Brandon. What the fuck?
just to make yourself better, huh? Okay.
It is what it is. Sorry, guys. It's just crazy how I had to roll it for him just as this was happening. And then, oh, crazy. Of course, it happened to be a low roll. I'm sorry, guys.
Unbelievable.
It is what it is. Okay, you guys, you guys are approached, hugging the wall to that side, to what you believe is a sneaky approach. Ambrose, you said you're approaching the shanty town, just casually walking across the path.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say path, lack of path, muddied walk that leads up to it. And as you're walking up to it, you take a couple of steps, and then you feel like your foot like snaps something, like you walk past something, and you feel like there was a faint form of resistance for like the tiniest second, and then you just kept walking as normal, and then you stop for a second, then you hear ever so faintly through the corners of in the distant village, you just hear a faint kind of almost domino effect from near you all the way to the village of ringing bells that goes ding 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 ding, ding, ding,
Oh my god. Okay.
and that leads
That's what
all
I
the
tried
way
to check for.
that leads all the way up until the village. So as your leg kind of like feels that weight, and then you hear the bells like a domino effect ring from where you are all the way up to the hideout. Do you like stop in your tracks, or do you not care? Or
I'm still invisible.
yes, as far as you're aware, you are completely invisible.
But we're not.
In terms of where I'm currently standing, regards to the shoreline and to the cliff face, how far away is each one?
The shoreline is literally like 8 feet to your right, and the cliffside's about 10 feet to your left.
Then I shall very quickly dart to jump onto the wall of the cliff.
All right, you quickly
What are we doing?
take a run and jump onto the cliff as the rest of you faintly hear those bells.
And just, yeah, Pierce his head. Pierce, I set something off.
At least he's honest about it.
Guys, I
Yeah.
fucked up.
Guys, I fucked up. Guys, shit. Shit.
We could play it off as the wind.
How far from the first state is the shantytown?
Between where you guys are and the shantytown, there is roughly about, let's see here, like 40, maybe 60 feet. It's hard to tell.
We're not going to make that. At a dash we could to get behind the first building at least. But that's a stretch. That's our best chance at hiding from out in the open. Otherwise, we sneak back to the watchtower. What do you guys reckon? We gotta go now. I'm gonna take the initiative. I'm gonna.
Oh, I'm also taking the initiative. What a coincidence.
I love that.
What do you mean?
Oh fuck!
I'm just gonna crawl up the wall a bit. Just so I get
Syldia and Doi
Shit.
do a. Let's see here.
I don't wanna.
Oh god, I rolled a fucking
I
22.
don't want to.
Whatever's about to happen.
Does a for Syldia, the first one, does a 19 hit?
Nah, man, I'm built different.
And then for Doi, does a 16 hit?
Just.
These are at advantage because they are surprise attacks. Okay, you guys. So Syldia, you take 5 plus. Let me roll my sneak damage. So Syldia, you take 5 plus 11, so you take 16 points of damage from that sneak attack.
Yeah, man.
And Doi, you take 6 plus sneak attack damage.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Plus
god!
sneak attack? Ugh,
No!
he's dead.
I was already happy with the 6.
We haven't even gotten his fucking amulet yet.
6 plus
He's dead.
7 points of sneak attack damage.
That's exactly all of my health.
Exactly down.
Well,
Oh,
as you
God.
guys are like, as you guys are like just kind of sat, well not sat, but like up against this wall, and you hear those bells go off, and then this faint eerie silence happens as you're all thinking of what to do. All of a sudden, the whistling wind is no longer whistling wind. It is the whistling arrows that fly from some place. It's hard to spot where exactly from. One of the shacks. 2 arrows fly over. One of them hits Doi right between where his mechanisms protect his shoulder and his jaw. Right in between there. Hit him against, and Doi just hits the fucking ground instantly. The other arrow flings and hits against Sylvia's shoulder, drawing a decent amount of blood. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Imagine setting off the alarms. Couldn't be me.
Doi down. Someone would have done it.
Ambrose,
You
you
didn't see
are
it, so-
roughly on the sidelines where the wall was, obviously.
Oh dear.
And then you guys are all the way back there.
These guys have been eating a lot of jam.
There's been a lot of jam in this village.
But yeah, you guys don't see where these silhouettes came from. You don't see where these shots came from. There's just a shanty town in front of you.
Shots
And I
fired,
see
shots
the direction the shots came from the direction the arrow is
Yes.
sticking out from my body.
Yes, definitely. You can at least tell that the arrows came from one of the buildings in the shantytown nearest to the, like, entrance.
Okay. Cool.
Why is DO1 going first? Who let this happen?
It is
Don't worry, I'll just nat 20. It's fine.
She's right.
Yeah, just rolling that 20. Easy,
I
easy,
believe.
easy.
You want to win this greatness?
Am I doing that right now? Sorry.
1 second. Let me get.
That's a Brandon thing, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let me get my initiatives in as well. Doi, what's your dex sex?
My dex is 16, so plus 3.
I think you might be going first. Hold on. Yes, you are going first. So roll me a death save, please.
No, I thought you did that one.
Oh shit, yeah, I forgot.
I was gonna say, I don't know how.
I forgot that I'm doing that.
That's
It's
your
been a
job.
while. Oh wow!
It's my job
Was it a natural 20?
As Doy's on the ground and the arrow
Crazy.
knocked him to the fucking ground, all of a
Fucking
sudden,
told you.
his eyes begin to like light back up, almost like when the traffic lights are like
told
changing
you.
color, and they light back up, and he just gets himself back up. Doy, you rolled the natural. You rolled yourself. You rolled yourself a
Fucking
natural.
roll a 20.
You rolled
Yeah.
a natural 20,
the fuck?
and you're back with 1
That's
HP as he
nutty.
hits the fucking ground. And then all of a sudden, his like arms spasm, the eyes flicker, the lights in his eye sockets light back up, and he stands back up.
Oh, hell yeah. That is my turn though, right?
No, because you're nat 20.
You're nat
got your
20,
turn
so
now.
you get your turn.
Oh shit! I didn't think I'd get this far. I don't have a plan.
Crazy.
It's awesome.
I am going to. Actually, I do. I know what I'm gonna do. Let me check. I need to check the distance on a spell. 1 second.
Ryan, you used the buyback feature in Dota.
About how far away is the town?
From you, like I said, about 70 feet from where you are.
Okay. Then about 20 feet away from me, between myself and the village, I'm going to cast Fog Cloud.
Oh, sheesh.
Fucking
Okay.
cover, bro.
So between you guys and the village, you're casting a fog cloud?
Yes.
How
Holy
big is the area of
Holy
fog cloud?
shit.
This is small as fuck. How big is the fog cloud?
On, or maybe 10 feet away, because it's only a 20-foot radius. Oh wait, is it a radius or a diameter? Hold on. It's probably a radius.
There's so much
Sounds
like
really
fucking
thing.
technicality to these druid spells. You gotta
20-foot
like
radius.
Uh,
So yeah, 40
Yeah.
foot diameter. So yeah, 20 feet away.
Yeah, this map, like I said, isn't to scale, and I've already described the width of this path. So yeah, all of a sudden you guys see as...
Oh, we have a map.
Yeah, you do. It's
Okay.
not to scale perfectly, but it fits as best as I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys see as Doy kind of stands back up, and then you see him kind of like look to the water, and he sees as a bunch of this water begins to just bubble and steam up, and then he drags it almost like a curtain. He grabs onto it and just brings the fog wall from the riverside across, and all of a sudden the entire path,
He's kind of sick with it.
the entire path between you and the village is now completely covered by a fog cloud of the Dahlia's Divide.
God damn.
He's sick with it. He's rolling.
And that will be my turn.
Yeah, as far as you guys are aware, and these bandits are aware, there is pure concealment between you guys and them. They can't see you, and you guys can't see them. Good fucking
Reminds me
maneuver.
of that Avatar episode. Holy shit.
Good fucking maneuver. Alright, on that.
Doy of the Mist, bro.
Alright, I'm just going to hold a bunch of actions and use my bonus action to stealth on a bunch of them. So that brings us to Ambrose.
See, that's funny, because I also, because I'm still invisible, and they, I'm assuming, don't know that I particularly am here. They might know that the others are here.
Yeah.
I will just, is this like wall? Like these are here, right? This, or is
Yeah,
this not?
they are here, there. Yeah, they set up
Awesome.
like a temporary kind of like wall with wood. They're not too high, they're about like 10, 11 feet tall.
Okay, so the rest of my movement, I'm basically going to be peeking over the top of a wall.
Alright. So you
Stuck
peek
to the
over
wall
where
and
the
peeking over.
You peek over the wall where the fog cloud is no longer blocking because you're at this side. I'm assuming the fog cloud is mainly covering the gap between. So you get to this point, you look over, and yeah, you can roll me a perception check, see if you beat any of their stealth rolls.
Yeah, I'm going to try and perceive individuals.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. It'll be against their stealth rolls that they just rolled. Yeah, you see no one. It looks like an empty shanty town.
Alright, just to pierce, I don't see any of them. I'm over the wall, by the way, I'm just looking. No one fucking knows where I am right now. Alright, then I shall simply remain invisible, keep peering over the wall. That will be me.
Very well.
Fucking UAV over there.
Scouting.
Alright.
Enemy detected.
First things first, I'm gonna tell Doy that he is very clever and heal him up.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The boy.
8 healing word.
Hey.
That's like all his HP. It's crazy.
Almost. I'm almost back to full, guys.
That's crazy.
Bro nearly got hit with the fucking Reese's rogue from Vandalin. Nearly got arrowed to the neck insta death, bro.
Oh my god.
Oh,
My
the
boy.
fog is all across like this path, right?
Yeah,
Like,
so from what we can assume, and I'll do this, like, obviously the radiuses of it, I'm going to play a bit with it because it is what it is.
Yeah.
I like the idea of it. So as far as you can tell, between you guys and where these walls start is complete fog cover.
Yeah. Okay. I am going to cast Minor Illusion
Ooh.
Okay.
in the fog to make it sound like we're approaching, like footsteps.
Oh.
That's so good.
Okay.
Just to see if it draws their attention.
Let's 1 second.
But what is this technical play I've never seen from this group? This is crazy.
It's like we have a brain.
We can read!
Oh, right, it can only... Oh, I was going to say, do you want it to have, like, shadows in the mist, but it can only be either a sound or an image? It can't
It's
be
like
both.
one thing, but since it's like obscured anyway, I thought like if I make just make a sound in there as if we're like approaching.
Yeah. Okay.
Large.
Okay, yeah, okay. Keep that in mind as you guys are doing your thing. Yep. You can hear kind of footsteps, like you purposely make these heavy, slapping against mud footsteps happen, and you're not sure if any arrows are loosened because it would be hard to hear over the things, but possibly maybe some of the actions were used up, perhaps.
Okay.
Did Ambrose see any?
Fair point.
No.
Ambrose, you see as one out of the who knows how many bandits from the shack nearest to you, this one here, hears those footsteps coming, and he just lets off this arrow into the mist.
Get pranked, idiot.
The age of YouTube pranks are back.
What's up, guys? Today we're fucking pranking the shanty town.
Anything else on your turn, Celwydd?
No, that'll be me.
So that'll be holding an action and stealth roll for him. Hjarlgron, yep.
Zug brain, going in.
Yeah, go for it.
Let me just rule out fucking get about here. Don't see anyone, do I?
No, you're in
I'm
the,
in the
you're
middle of the
like,
fog.
yeah, bang in the middle of the fog, so they don't see you, you don't see them.
So it's up against this like wall, right? So if I go next to the wall, I'd still be hidden anyway.
Up to here, yeah, you'd be able to be hidden by the fog. It's once you come through those entryways where the fog is ended.
Alright, I'll just use action dash and I'll get next to the wall.
Okay, sounds good.
And yeah, that'll be me.
Alright. Hjarlgron, you hear, and Ambrose, you see, as one of these bandits that is wearing these red tattered cloths begins to roll out some sort of big barrel, and he moves it with him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wait.
Dash 1, 2, 3. And you see him place a barrel here, and then begin walking away from it. Then they've already had the turn, so Eldrith, you're up.
Okay. I like how far away I am. Let's see. So I can just move 30, so 60 would be like about there. Need to zoom out. Hold on. So I'll move about here. I'll use my action to dash and move like here.
Yep.
Why did my token just float back?
No,
Why did you just slingshot?
Yeah, but stop that. Okay, I'll move here.
Yep.
And I don't think I have spells that are bonus action, so I think I'm just gonna end my turn there.
Very well. You're concealed in the fog.
Yeah, I was about to say like this is in the fog, right?
Yeah, you're in the fog. You can't see them. They can't see you, as far as you're concerned.
Okay, good.
Right.
This is where they have true sight.
Yeah, bandage with true sight. You're right. I should be thinking. Along those lines. You're right. Pierce, you're up.
level 4
Level 4 encounter with bandage with true sight. Don't worry about it, bro. Pierce, you're up.
Balance.
They
Yo,
just ate a lot of carrots so they can see good.
True.
Nice, yeah.
35 feet of movement, and bonus action dash can get me 70 feet to Eldrith.
Okay.
And from there, let me take my action to dash a further 35 feet to over here.
Okay.
That's 35 feet? Yes.
Well, that's your action and bonus action.
That's me.
Alright, Syldia, you're up.
Well, I'm gonna.
I don't know
cast...
if my stealth will keep going. By the way, Brandon, I don't know.
No, for that group, your stealth was broken. After the
awesome.
initiative began, and they shot arrows at you guys.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna lay on hands myself to almost max HP because
No.
Smart.
fucking hell. Bonus action cast. Let's go with Sanctuary on myself,
Nice.
and then Scoobity. There. That's my turn.
Okay. Doi, back to the top. It's you.
Doi is going to quickly bonus action. Oh, fuck it. Hold up. Can you pull up Tiger for me?
Yep.
While I look it up as well, because I'm gonna turn into a tiger.
CR1 Tiger coming in.
Yeah. All right. The movement speed of 40. I will dash. Can you just put me approximately near the edge of the mist? I just want to use my turn to get close.
Well, I'll give you the token and let you do it so you can move yourself exactly where you want to be.
Just the mist is like just pushing up against the wall then.
Yeah, the mist leads all the way up to the wooden walls.
Okay.
Right. There's your tiger.
Thank you. Alright. 5, 10, 15, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. And the tiger is gonna just wait behind this wall. And end my turn.
Okay. The bandit that you saw loosen an arrow, Ambrose, is going to take cover, move away, bonus action hide, and hold an action.
Alright. Just see him disappear behind that corner.
You do, yes. Ambrose, you're up.
Excellent. In my head, I'm just gonna to Pierce. They put a barrel behind that wall where Hjarlgron is, and as I'm I'm just gonna try and hop from. That's not like that much of a distance, right?
It's about 5 feet.
Yeah. So I can reliably pretty much just make.
Go
Can
for
stand on
cross?
top of the wall, just
Yeah.
make a quick hop.
I'll allow that.
I don't know of any barrel moves by the sparrows, so
Rise of the Ronin maneuver are you doing?
It's just I'm still
Okay,
invisible.
Ghost of
and
Tsushima over here.
I'm gonna dash just so I can reach the end of this roof. I'm just still invisible, just lie flat on the roof and just peer over the edge to see where this motherfucker is.
Yeah, you peer over and you see him hunched against the corner of this wall with an arrow knotted that has a string around the end of the arrow.
I'm gonna do the funniest fucking thing then. Just as I'm peering over, I'm just gonna, and then 2, 3, 4, 5.
God damn it.
Still invisible, just peer over the edge and just, and just run back across the.
Okay. Very well. Anything else you'd like to do? Initially?
No, that's me.
Alright, Celwydd, you're up.
Okie dokie. Bonus action, dasho.
Very well.
Bonus action. And then, well, yeah, I guess that's my action. So I will just wait here.
Okay. Okay, he's already out of sight to an action, that's fine. Hjarlgron.
So I know they rolled something up, right? Because I heard him.
Yes, you just have no idea what it is or where it
I
is.
have no idea what it is. I don't give a fuck. I'm going in.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Blows up and fucks me up. I don't give a shit. I've got fucking 49 health for a reason. I'm gonna put it to use.
The barbarian way.
5,
just get angry and throw the barrel at them.
15. Do I see anything? Like here? Just kind of like run and slide around the corner.
As you run out, just from your like standard eyesight, you see a bandit here that is like he's got his back to you and he's running towards this direction.
Okay. Let me just check something real quick. There's this push up in the corner. Oh, no, that's just open. Good. Okay. The one that's running away, Brandon?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna hear this. The winds start to pick up a bit more, and a bit more selected in his region, and I'm gonna hit him with a typhonic rage, Brandon. So I would like a save, if you wouldn't mind. I'd like a strength saving throw, please.
Just remind me what this is from.
Any creature I see within 30 feet, I can basically send them 15 feet into the air and knock them prone if they fail the save.
Very well. So what's the con save?
The DC is 13. Well, it should be strength.
Oh, it's a strength save. Oh, this is
Yeah, but
that's the same
yeah, for some
one.
reason it's cool. Yeah.
6.
There you go. So he's launched 15 feet into the air, so he takes, well, then it is 6 damage,
1d6 damage, and he's knocked
and
prone.
he's knocked prone. And yeah, I'm just gonna run at him.
Alright, as you get to about there, just next to
Yep. Oh.
here,
Whoa!
Let
just
that
as you
shit
get to
fucking
about
rip.
there, you see one arrow. The person that was here with this weird lace around the loop of his arrow pulls out a flint of steel, lights it, and then fires up an arrow at this random barrel that's next to you. And as the arrow sinks into the barrel, it blows sky high, which sadly also gets this bandit in it. But you know, game's the game.
That's fine.
There is no
Hey, Tom Cruise.
there's no camaraderie in banditry, so
Very true.
and 30 feet gets him. It technically gets the tiger, but he is behind the wall, so I will allow him not to be targeted by it.
Gracias.
Man, I've got full cover.
Gracious DM.
Alright, so it will just be Hjarlgron who needs to roll me a dex save.
And I saw this coming because I knew they'd put a barrel there, right? Or
It's hard to say, because I'm not sure if Hjarlgron would even know what an explosive barrel is.
that's true.
That's an
He's
interesting
about to
point.
find
So
out.
you know what? I'll just roll it normal. So dex save, yeah?
Yeah.
Is this the barbarian danger sense thing?
Yes.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
within
yeah.
eyesight. You should get the
Oh.
advantage. Like,
It's the case of does he even know what the barrel's going to, if the barrel's going to be dangerous, because I don't know if Hjarlgron even knows if explosive barrels are a thing.
I don't think he has to know for him to get the danger sense bonus, though. It's like a natural, like, instinctive.
A
These
trap
spiders
that he
makes
can
sense.
see.
Yeah, like
I'll allow it.
I-
Yeah, sure. Roll it with
Okay,
advantage.
I'll roll
you'd
it.
get it even if you like you trigger a trap and darts fly out the wall. You'd get the
Thank
danger
God.
sense bonus, even though you don't like see the trap coming.
Oh my god,
From a
what
1 to a
how it
19, I'll
works.
take it.
Alright, from a failure to a success, you take... 20 halved. You take 10 points of fire damage as the barrel
Okay.
blows up.
Good shit.
The rest of you see this barrel blow sky high. A bit of the fog around this area gets dissipated towards the door frames, and eventually comes back and covers it again. But for a temporary couple of seconds, the shockwave from this blows this thing fucking sky high. This bandit also succeeds, but he will take his 10 points of fire damage from it.
Wait a second, Brandon.
Yep.
He was knocked prone, so... No. I don't know if was prone do anything with dex checks, or am I just...
Don't
dex
believe so.
saves?
I don't believe so,
No.
no.
Then I'm just checking on my ass. Well, regardless, he's now going to see this absolute fucking behemoth.
You
About
also,
to crush his skull.
you also need to tell me if these next 3 attacks hit you.
Oh yeah, go for him. Anything that's above a 15, yes.
Okay, so first arrow flies from over here as you see a bandit in the window of this shack, loosens an arrow for 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Another bandit reveals himself behind a crate down here. And he loosens his arrow, so it needs to be 15. No, 10 misses, so that arrow goes long. And then from the window in this shack, you see another bandit figure loosen a crossbow bolt for a 19 for 9 points of piercing damage.
I'm going to reaction use stun endurance,
Hey, he remembered it.
and I'm just going to negate all of that.
Makes sense.
So
Makes sense,
anyway,
makes sense.
this one bandit couch on the ground is looking kind of mighty juicy.
Yeah, he's on the floor. He's
Yeah.
prone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Krakatoa.
Oh,
That's 18
holy
damage.
shit.
bro.
Yeah, okay, that's 18 points of fucking damage as you bring down your maul onto his fucking head. Oh yeah, you deal an extra d6 with your attacks now from your feet, don't you?
Oh yeah, no, I've already did it, don't you worry.
8,
Well,
What's
it's
the
crush
feat?
his skull.
Good stuff.
18 points of damage. There, you bring down the hammer, you hear a couple of his ribs crack as the maul hits him square into the chest as he's literally lying there. He was trying to the typical thing where he's scurrying his legs back as he was trying to bring himself up to his feet from the explosion. His senses are all fucking discombobulated. He looks back around and then he sees this giant creature that's just taken an explosion to the face, 2 arrows to the chest, and he's just walked out of it and decided to fucking then crush this thing. And he's just like, what fucking creature are you? Yeah, they've never seen someone be able to take that much brunt and just keep walking as if he wasn't even scathed.
Game's the game, idiot.
Yeah, anything else?
That's action, bonus, and movement. And reaction. Yeah, I'm good.
Alright. That brings it to his turn. In the panic, he's going to stand back up. You see him pull out from either side of his belt 2 daggers that seem to be dripping with some kind of laced venom. And he's going to try and stab one into your kneecap and then hopefully from there maybe stab into your stomach. So we got
Yeah.
1 attack. Okay, 9 I'm guessing misses.
Yep, that misses.
And then his second attack is a 21 to hit.
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't have anything to stop that.
Alright, that's 7 points of slashing damage, and can you do me a con save, please?
Yeah. Just reduce that 7 to... And then... Con save, I got you.
You're fine. DC's 13. Alright, yeah, he does those 2 attacks. Realize that the first one to your kneecap, like, doesn't even go through, and then he slices up with his dagger, cuts through your abdomen, but the venom doesn't take any effect whatsoever. And so that's his action. He's going to bonus action disengage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're lucky, you son of a...
Coward!
6.
Coward!
Yeah, well, I mean, this thing's literally just seen this fucking hulky creature walk through, take an explosion, a couple of arrows, a blade that hasn't done any effect to his chest, venom that hasn't even affected him. Yeah, this guy's fucking terrified, bro. He's like, nah, fuck that shit.
Should be terrified, bitch.
Alright, Eldrith, you're up. You are still concealed within the fog. Toast. You're
Oh my god, I accidentally muted myself. I said I'm gonna cast Mage Armor first because I realized I haven't casted it yet.
Okay.
10, 15, 20. 20. 30. No, I think I'm just gonna stay here for now. I'm still within the fog, right? So I can't see anything.
If you peer in, you'll be able to see, but if you stand behind the wall, then no, you won't see anything.
Yeah, well, I just used my action to cast Mage Armor to give myself 1 starlight. So I think I'm just gonna end here for now, and then next time I'll do something.
Alright, Pierce, you're up. You hear an explosion go off in the middle of the encampment.
Ah, that's great. Love that.
Doing my job.
Yeah, doing your job. It's fine. Let me take my bonus action to hide, if I can.
Yeah, of course, go for it.
Stealth roll, right?
Yep. Okay.
Ah, great. That's awesome. Then we'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll knock an arrow and shoot Bandit 1 over here.
Yeah, go for it.
There it is.
19 hits. Arrow flanks him in the back of his neck. You can see the arrow kind of sticking out. Blood spews out of it. 10 points of damage is pretty huge.
Nice.
Did Bandit one never give his number on him?
Yes, with a 12, that's lower than his passive perception. He would have...
Yeah,
Pierce
that's
might have accidentally stood on some, like, destroyed clay that's on the ground, or maybe snapped a twig, and the bandit quickly, like, turned around, and he saw the arrow already flying towards him. He's almost dead, though, that bandit that he just shot for 10 points of damage.
Pathetic.
Oh, nice. That's me.
That's yours? Okay, done. Sorted. Yeah,
Unless
he's
I can
almost...
go hard up against the building.
Yeah, that's fine. You
That's
can
on
kind
the
of...
building.
You can't go on top of it, but you can go up against the wall of that shack. I'll allow that. That's perfectly fine.
Cool. Thank you.
Alright, Syldia, you're up.
Yo, it's me. Bonus action innate reserves. I got my spell slot back. Gang.
Gangster.
And then, dash. Nyom.
Whoa.
Speed
No.
of heat.
And that's my turn.
Just
Right.
fucking running.
Lion, you're up. Or tiger even, not lion. My bad.
Little lion man.
5. I'm gonna go run at this guy basically. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Fuck.
And I'm gonna pounce on this guy.
Yeah, he's already not looking too. He's already not looking too hard. He's just getting fucking ganged up on.
Embodying the bandit right then.
Yeah.
Here's,
he's gonna
here's the hopes of
pounce.
failure. Is it an attack or is it just a strength save?
Then hits it with a claw attack. So claw attack first.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, now strength saving throw.
He rolled a 5.
Ah, yes, this is what I have as well. Yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is cool.
He rolled a 5.
So he is pro.
Well, he is dead, so I guess he is prone, to be fair.
Oh, shit! You didn't
He's
even
prone,
need to
6
sack
feet
the
under.
task.
And yeah, I guess I can't do that. That'll be the turn.
Alright. Bandito Uno is dead as.
Yep.
That brings us to Ambrose.
Oh, Bandit 2's not doing anything.
They all work on initiative roll
Oh.
1. So on the
Right,
one,
I see.
on the one that went with what
They're
a fucking initiative.
synchronized.
Yeah, they're all movers 1, so they all move on initiative.
I thought
count
it was
20
this-
19.
Oh, I thought that was the dude that was just above me.
Initiative count
Ah.
19. Here on. Wait, you might
Okay.
be right.
Yeah, no.
Oh no, yeah, you're all right. Initiative count 19. Yeah, you're right.
I was gonna say, I swear they will be moving on Bandit 2's turn before
Yeah,
me.
you are right. Okay. So we got a tiger, a big ass fucking hulking behemoth, and a Syldia.
Syldia, like a Pokemon.
Metal tiger.
I think you should shoot me.
The distance between these two is 15 feet.
Honey tea,
20,
honey tea.
10, 10.
I've escaped the retirement home. I'm very lost.
Who am I? Who are you?
Oh, to
You
be
look like a
fair,
wonderful, nice man.
their cluster bombs could either do either side, to be fair. Let's.
He's trying to
Yeah,
to himself.
fuck it, let's do one each. So Bandit 2 over here is going to throw one cluster bomb for Hjarlgron and Syldia, so I need you guys to make me a deck save.
Let me double check how Sanctuary works.
See.
I'm assuming I see this coming running.
Yeah, he's no longer hidden, so yes.
Okay.
14 meets it, beats it.
Nice.
I guess it's an area of effect, so it doesn't matter.
Alright, roll me a deck save then, please.
Oh, I'm so good at these.
DC
Brandon's
14.
really thinking with grenades.
I'm so good at these.
Oh, you're so good at them.
Oh, bloody hell.
Hey.
Okay, you both succeed.
Didn't even stress.
This is not going too well for me, guys.
Oh no.
It's about to get a whole lot worse.
It would have been 12 points of damage each, but instead it's 6 to the both of you. Fire damage, to be specific.
Oh, fine, okay.
Okay.
You see this guy over here
Okay.
kind of go up to his belt, pull out this small kind of black bomb-looking thing. He, again, with this flint and steel, lights the end and then throws it, and then blows up. The other bandit quickly does the same here for the tiger and Hjarlgron. So again, Hjarlgron, another save, please, and tiger,
Yeah,
I need a
okay.
deck save from you. It's danger,
Tiger one.
it's danger sense for as many as you can like possibly do. It's just not even a reaction.
Yes.
That
Correct.
is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay,
that's
tiger
the way it is.
fails. Oh, sick rolls on the damage, Brandon. 7. So tiger takes the full 7, and then Hjarlgron, you take half, so 4 points of fire damage. Alright, that's both of their
Oh, we love
explosives
data sets.
used.
Shit's great, man.
Let's see if I can.
Dude, the powder was a bit wet.
Yeah, not too great to be honest. That's 40 feet. You can't make it there. 1, 2, 3. This guy's gonna run behind
Can't
here
make
and action
that.
hide. This guy's going to 1, 2, 3, 4 action hide. Well, bonus
Oh,
action hide
amazing.
each. All right, Ambrose, you're up.
Just real quick, guys. Any of these that we want alive?
Yes.
Probably the leader.
Yeah,
We want the
probably
leader.
The bold one.
Okay.
So just kill
Nice.
them all.
If I am attacking
Ripping
from
tear.
invisibility, do I have advantage?
I believe so, because it's a surprise attack.
5. And this roof is like, what, 10 feet up?
No, like 8. These are really short fucking
Oh,
houses. They're pretty short stacks.
5, 10. I'm gonna go 5 feet down the wall so that I'm gonna be like on basically my like 3 limbs on the wall.
Yep.
I'm gonna come out of invisibility as I cast, and I will flavor this if it hits, but I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds.
Okay, go for it.
With a little free slot. Yeah.
Oh my fucking god, yeah.
Oh my!
You might kill him.
What is the result of this?
Is
he dead?
18 hits and 23 damage is
Did he perish?
more HP
Is
than
he
he
dead?
has, so yes, indeed. he is.
Fantastic. So let's flavor the shit out of this one. There's gonna be a point on his neck that just, for a moment, glows red, and then all of his veins will suddenly glow red, as well, and begin to like expand a little bit, and then his eyes fill with red, and all of his veins just burst.
Oh my god. You see
And
him-
Ambrose comes out of invisibility just with his like index finger touching this guy's neck. Like, not all at once, like, you know how the predator sort of from the wrist blade up slowly like reveals itself,
yeah.
and just holding his finger to this guy's neck and just goes boop. Just watches him just drop dead.
Body just kind of falls to the ground. Hjarlgron and Syldia, you can see like a scattering of blood shoot out on the ground as the vessels just blow up. Yeah,
That's
bandit,
I looked to Syldia and just like,
bandit,
what that was.
bandit, messy kill.
Oh no, like his veins didn't like explode outwards, everything internally just
Oh, okay, yeah.
like-
Okay. Well, you did not see the scattering of blood just fucking scattering across the ground. Then
they
internally,
probably see like him like or his torso or his legs fall and just like slow blood trickling out of all of his like eyes, nose.
Honestly, that's almost more horrific.
not so messy kill.
And then
His blood is on the inside. It's where it's supposed to be.
yeah, exactly. Keeping it clean. God. We'll go another 5 feet back up under the roof, and no
spreading
longer
blood
invisible. Another 10, and then I will
Horrific.
kind of lay flat on the roof and peer over the top of it for a bit.
You can see the bandit with red cloth over here who's kind of like holding his side from the ribs that are being shattered, and then you also see another bandit inside a shack here.
Just relay to Pierce, killed one.
Like you're keeping score.
Celwydd, you're up.
Okie dokie. If I move here, well, what's my vision like? Can I see this goon?
Yeah, you see that goon, and you can also see this goon.
Okay. Celwydd will just put her hands up to her mouth and be like, "What kind of ambush is this? Look at you running away, you useless!"
You're useless.
God damn.
Damn.
For a huge one.
Widom. Let's see if the Widom save succeeds. Oh, I'm so sorry. Rolled a 15.
No, that's fine.
Ah. boo.
Your words mean
And
nothing.
then she'll just kind of just cite herself, and she will strum a little bardic inspiration for Hjarlgron.
Nice. Alright. Okay. I'm going to it here. Yeah, going melee does not seem like the option here from their perspective. It just seems to be like a very stupid option.
Just a fun bloodbath.
So,
Yeah, it's fine.
this guy's going to clamber up onto the top of this shack using 10 feet of movement. And he sees Ambrose on the fucking rooftop over there. Syldia down on the ground. Hjarlgron taking full fucking frontal stage, and then a fucking tiger eviscerating one of his bandits.
Tiger.
It's not a normal day at the office.
This is a bit like, I've seen my fair share of shit in my day, but this definitely takes the fucking stick.
This is a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is new. This is very new.
Alright, he'll move down, he'll slide down this way to try and keep himself out of arm's
Vein
reach
popping
and,
range.
Yeah, and out of sight from Ambrose if he slides a bit down to this side. And then he's going to... I guess it's going to have to be a Hjarlgron angle.
Oh yeah, go for it, man.
Alright, there will be 2 crossbow bolts coming your way, thanks to the reload feat. First one. 16 to hit.
No hits.
Okay, that will be 6 points of damage. I need to roll me a con save.
Is that 6 already reduced, yeah?
Oh, no, that is 6 damage reduced to 3 for you.
Okay.
And then a con save.
And that con save, what should she?
Yeah, at the end of the day, these are still just standard crossbow bolts, but they are just laced with venom. Okay, yep. And then second crossbow bolt, a 24 to hit.
Yep.
For 9 points of piercing damage, reduced to 5.
I will use my reaction to use my last stone endurance.
Okay, yep. So that gets nullified. And then can you roll me another con save, please?
Yep.
He's sick with it. Let's go.
God, it's a fucking fortress, man.
Yeah.
Oh, the Poggers!
Oh! We fucking jinxed it.
Tagalore.
The,
Oh, God.
The, first bolt kind of hits into your shoulder. You can see the venom trying to spread. You kind of snap that bolt off pretty quickly. And the other one lands into maybe a softer part of your tissue, and then the venom begins to spread quickly. At this point, you've been hit by 3 things that have the same type of venom. So even someone of your stature, eventually, with enough doses, it'll eventually come through. That will be an additional... That'll be an additional 11 points of poison damage.
So how much was... so it would have been 9 reduced.
Yeah, 9 reduced to 5, and then 11, so 16. And then
So
you've
I'd
reduced
take off-
10 of it.
Yeah, so... Yeah, okay. 6, okay.
The poison's effects are it halves your movement. And you make a check.
fine.
You make a check at the end of each one of your turns to try and beat it. DC is
I don't need to move.
13.
That's fine by me.
Yeah, that's him. 2 crossbow bolts. Yep. Okay. Hjarlgron, you're up.
Oh, nice. Bunny Captain 2's running away, right?
This guy?
Yep.
Yeah, he was like, he ran to this post, like, he's now holding onto this post to, like, try and keep himself up as his turn to, again, he's now facing you.
So it's just my movement's reduced, right? From this poison?
Your movement speed's halved from this, poison.
Was that it?
Yeah, that's it, that's all it does. It reduces
that's
half
fine.
of your feet, and then it deals an additional 2d6.
I look to Cal with, again, watch. I pulls out a hand axe, I'm going to throw it at the other one. He's running away.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
No. Oh, 12 misses for the bandit. Capitan.
Watch this, misses.
Throw the axe.
I forgot I had rage on.
It flies off, and then it lands against the post that he's leaning up against.
Then I look back. Don't do that.
I'll
It's a
just
cheap
shrug.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing is I can get about here with my 20 feet. Am I at least within, like, kind of range to pick up my hand axe from the stump next
You'd
to
have to be 1 step closer.
One more? Okay, that's fine.
Oh.
Next round then. It's fine. You can run over the
Where?
Alright, on his turn, he sees you catching up. He sees you getting affected by the poison. He's just going to try and melee this, so he's going to come up. And then he's going to try and do his 2 dagger attacks. 18 to hit for 5 points of slashing damage.
No, it's not.
Reduced to 3.
Yep.
And roll me a con save.
Yeah. Skills. Con. Save.
Okay. That is an additional 10 points of poison damage. And then his offhand attack with the dagger is a 12 to hit.
That is not.
Alright, so the second one doesn't hit. Alright, that's him.
Nice. He came back into my range. What a silly guy.
Yeah, well, he thought that he's seen you slowing down and a couple of arrows in you and a couple of marks. He's like, oh, you know what, maybe I can Maybe I could fucking start cutting him down. He's a bit slower.
Cool.
Cool. Eldrith, you're up.
Okay. 5, 10, 15,
The amount of damage these guys have
45.
actually dished out, and it's like still just fucking absorbed is crazy, to be honest.
Let's see. You know what? So wait, guys, we're keeping this fucker alive, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
In
about
which
to run
case-
up on his ass soon.
In which case, how bloody is the captain?
This guy is just bloodied.
I can't see this guy, right? Man, like
No,
right
he's
here.
hidden. As far as you guys
Okay.
are aware, he's hidden out, so no one has eyes on him.
Well, I suppose a first level magic missile to this poor fuck then, Captain 2.
Yep, sounds good.
Another fragment.
8 points of damage.
Oh my god! You know what? Just don't let me roll anymore, man.
Feel that one. Alright, 8 points of
And-
damage.
Bonus action. I'm going to spend all of my fragments.
16
Fire them all.
hits.
16 for
meets
8.
and beats it. Meets and beats it for another 8 points of damage. 16 points total. Nice.
And that'll be my turn.
Alright. Pierce, you're up.
Yep, 2 seconds. I'm just getting myself ready. Because I didn't have sneak attack on my thing. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Dice pool. That's not what I want. I'll sort this out later. 2 seconds. I'm looking for. Danny Captain 2 still alive.
Yep, he's now underbloodied.
Cool. 5, 10, 15. I can hit him from here with my short bow.
Yeah, I believe that's within distance, yeah.
And that's. Yep. And if it hits sneak attack on top, if I may.
17 beats it, yeah. He had AC of 16, so 9 points of damage. And then roll your sneak.
3d6, I believe. Is that correct, GB? Or am I lying?
I wasn't listening, to be honest.
Isn't your sneak attack
sneak
3d6
attack-
until you're level 5?
Oh, yeah. Wait, yes?
And then it goes up by 1.
Then take the
You should
first
know
2 of
this.
these.
I don't have
So
your
9
class
damage on
memorized,
top.
man.
9, so 9 plus 9, so 18 points of damage total.
18 points of damage total.
He is looking
I'm not
incredibly
pumping it
rough.
at the moment. Yeah, 2d6 until level 5, that's correct. Then let me pop back here. And I'm going to hide again with bonus action.
Okay. Roll your stealth.
Stealth.
Very well. Syldia, you're up.
12? Ugh.
Okay,
It is what it
I'm 30 feet, isn't there? Can I just climb up the building without making a check? Or do I need to make a check to do that?
It's only 10 foot tall, so you could probably climb up it.
Okay, action dash.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. That'll give you more than enough movement to go up to him. Yeah.
Bonjour, mon ami.
And kind of like sees you climb up and he's like, ugh! And he kind of like quickly holsters his crossbow and then pulls out a blade and a dagger.
I'm just gonna just stand in front of him menacingly.
Yeah, you got his attention. Alright, Tiger, you're up.
Tiger is going to charge and pounce.
Alright, attack him.
Claw attack.
Yeah, even with fucking riposte, I can't even fucking increase my AC enough to protect me. Yeah, that hits.
Strike saving throw.
12.
DC 13.
He fails.
And you
Prone.
go.
And because he's prone from my pounce, I can bite
Go for it.
with advantage because.
Oh, fuck! Yeah, he's
Oh, he's dead.
He's dead.
Nice.
He's dead. Yeah, he's a big deaders.
So cut out his
Alright,
legs
Steve.
from underneath him. He falls. Just take a rip out of his neck and keep moving.
Begins like spewing blood and spitting. He kind of like, you see his arms initially kind of grab onto this metallic tiger's head and try and push it off, and then after you see the tiger kind of rip back, you see him kind of, his arms from strength pushing against the tiger and hitting it, eventually just kind of flop onto him and then just flop to the ground. Dead.
We're just committing atrocities up in here.
Honestly, are we the bad guys?
The bad guys? We're taking down the bad guys. It's fine.
In defense, Skipper, you would not know that he's there.
I also, yeah, did not want to do that. I will end my turn.
Alright, okay. Brings us to which you would now see appear from behind this shack. And then he doesn't see the ongoings up here. He sees Hjarlgron there and a tiger mauling one of his captains, so he's going to attack the tiger that's mauling his captain. So...
bit late, but
well,
valid.
you know.
It's a thought
It's
that
a
counts.
thought that counts.
21 to hit on the arrow.
It's like being at work and you just see someone stabbing your manager to death. And
Literally.
you're just like, Jesus.
So 21 to hit, Skipper.
Sucks to suck.
Good
Definitely
days.
hit.
7 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, usually that would be a good day.
And these the bandits only have their daggers laced with venom, so nothing else. Alright, that's that bandit's turn. Ambrose, you're up.
Wait. Oh, I see.
Actually, 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah, run.
5, 6. And then he's going to bonus action hide.
I'm back.
Someone get that motherfucker.
Ambrose, you're up.
Nobody can see him.
Alright. Let's go.
Unless anyone has a passive perception higher than 18, then yes, no one sees it.
Damn, I got 15.
2. Can I see what's going on the other roof?
Yeah, you can see across to the other roof. You see these guys locked in combat.
Excellent. I would like for him to make a wisdom save.
Yes, Capitan. You wouldn't have been able to see him because he was crouched down, but then Syldia appeared, so he stood up and pulled out his weapons to try and fight him instead. And you can barely just see both of their heads like bobbing over the like.
You baited, buddy.
You can barely see both of their heads like bobbing over the pinnacle of the house. So wisdom save +0. Nice, big. 7
with me. Nice. Hold person, baby. Let's go. He's paralyzed.
Great, fantastic.
And at the end of his turns, he can make a wisdom save to try and stop it.
Reece has just
Great.
become a fucking menace.
So I hold out my hand, and with the same kind of blood magic, all of his body seizes up and goes stiff.
You see him pull out his.
All of his veins are bulging.
You see, Sylvia, you see as this guy pulled out his scimitar and his dagger to begin like fighting you, and then as he does, he just goes and he stiffens up like a board.
I'm going to feel bad. It's not right.
All right, Celwydd, you're up.
I guess I'll also drop off the roof and do like 3 more.
30 feet over here. Well, I can't see that bloat.
You see the
I
keys
guess-
are up here, all stiff like a board, and that's about it.
Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna wait then. Not much I can do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just pass my turn now.
Paralyzed condition. Let me see what I can do.
Let's go.
I think that's nothing.
Let's just see
Not
here.
much,
So,
is it?
okay, so I got no action. Okay, I can't speak. Okay, that's fine. I can't move. Okay, yeah, bonus action. No, that's out of the possibility as well. Okay, I guess I end my turn and I take my save.
Yes.
What's the DC? 14.
14.
Oh, natural 20.
But what if
Wait,
somebody
wait,
said
wait.
silvery barbs?
Oh no.
What a fucking asshole.
Yeah, man, I guess I'll go fuck myself. You know?
Sure.
Yeah, fuck me. He's having the worst day ever right now.
It's 10.
Tiger, you have advantage anyway, even though it's an auto crit if you hit it.
That's criminal.
You just hear Ambrose on the other roof. just dropping down into the street.
That is criminal.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Hjarlgron, you're up.
That's me, so 5, 15, 20. You said these are like 8 foot tall, right? So they're smaller than me.
I mean, yeah, you can actually walk up to this shack. You can actually walk up to this shack and you can actually see the top of him, yeah.
Yeah, I take out my maul. I'm gonna club the bitch ass.
Yep, go for it.
It just crits.
I mean, it's a +2 into it because still new.
It's just a crit, bro. Like, it just hits. He's paralyzed. You literally just... You just
Okay,
hit
so-
and
I'm
it crits.
lobotomizing him right now.
So you need to roll
Um, 3d6.
another 3d6.
I thought we weren't killing this guy.
No, I'm gonna.
No, we don't have to.
He hasn't been
I should
touched
probably-
yet, to be
Still
fair.
non-lethal,
He hasn't been touched yet, to be fair.
Okay.
This is the first attack. So 17 points of damage. Oh wait, let me use my. Oh wait, I don't have any possibilities of using reactions or anything. Never mind. It's fine.
Awkward.
Yeah, I will.
So that's 17 points of damage.
Harsh me.
Having captured instead. Eldrith, you're up.
I don't want to touch this guy.
He seems
I'm scared
perfectly
of
fine.
blasting.
He still looks unscathed.
Well, let's just do let's just firebolt.
Sure. Alright, an additional 9 points of fire damage.
Sheesh.
Pretty solid.
And I will end my turn.
Okay.
Bro's just getting wailed. This is
Yeah,
amazing.
it's just full
Do
of-
something.
Have him.
We saved the best for last.
He's like hitting him and he's like, stop hitting yourself. You guys are basically beating him up.
bullying him.
Kick him while he's down.
Yes, you're up. Oh, wait, no, wait, yes, you are up. My bad. I had like a weird fucking psychotic moment.
Attacks against him do have advantage. It's just if you're in 5 feet, you crit.
cool.
So people on ranged will also have advantage still.
How hard would it be to get up to the rooftop?
This one's one of the bigger ones, so it's about maybe 12 feet up, so you'd need 24 feet of movement to get up.
Okay. Let's bounce off Hjarlgron. Climb up him.
Go for it.
It's time for team. So if I can get there with a bonus action dash, if you'll let me, Brandon.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
35 feet is here,
Yeah.
and then 70 feet total is using Hjarlgron as a springboard.
He's a bit tall to be used as a springboard, I'm not gonna lie to you, Chief.
You're using it as a ladder more than a springboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
will allow it with a successful acrobatics DC 13 check.
This was gonna nat
Oh,
one
shit,
and run
okay.
into me.
I'm really
Run
missing
right
that
into his
one. That'll
booty
be funny. Just fucking falls flat on the floor.
Quickly,
Alright.
Ambrose, silver
You
bomb.
make it to run up, you kind of climb up Hjarlgron's back and jump up onto the rooftop.
It's going to be a leap, left leg spring on your thigh as I like roll my back against yours onto the rooftop.
Yep.
Let me non-lethally stab this guy.
Yeah, it's a crit, so go for it.
So it's going to be against his Achilles.
Yeah, go for it.
You just
there it
crit
is.
with sneak attack and everything,
Okay,
I guess.
so
'cause
roll
you have
that.
advantage.
So let me roll this twice then.
Oh, with sneak attack. Oh god. First crit with sneak attack.
1 second.
That did already roll twice. What?
So 1 second. So that's a
And
dagger,
then
which is yeah, so 7. So just roll another 2d6 for me. And
Another 2d6.
another 2d6 and another 1d4.
Hold
So I
on.
need 1d4 and 2d6s. Okay, another
9.
9. So that's 7 plus 13 plus 9, 22 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for his Achilles.
Yeah, he is over bloodied.
Yippee!
Syldia, whack his pee-pee.
Honestly, I think you guys have got this man handled.
I mean, true.
Do you have a rope on you?
Manhandled indeed.
Yeah, that brings us to Sylvia.
So, I saw the last bandit run off in between the shacks, right? Because I had a good viewpoint of there.
Yes, you just don't know where around those shacks he is.
Okay, well, bye guys!
I respect that.
What?
Yep. Respect.
Front flip off the building.
I was gonna say, we've got
What's he
time for
gonna
drop
do?
to rip him
Make
off.
an opportunity attack?
Oh,
Sure.
hello!
Yep, you run all the way up into the shacks, you kind of begin looking through, and then you can see him kind of like hiding behind them, and then you like spot him.
No,
It looks like he
no,
was
please.
knotting an arrow up ready for Ambrose until you stood in the way.
I found you! And that's my turn.
Is
Oh,
that
yeah,
45 feet?
idiots.
Whoa.
I found you.
Yeah, you used to dash to get him.
Okay.
Tiger, you're up.
Do what you must.
Well, I was gonna say, was Doy informed that we're saving this guy, or did we just talk out of character?
We know that we have to capture him in order to.
Oh wait,
To
no,
bring him
Doy
back
did know
alive.
that.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Joy did know that.
He is-
That's the.
He is,
Possible? Yeah, we're aiming to arrest one of them.
he is
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
top of
so-
this shack, so I don't know what you want to do about that.
I'm gonna take after
Tiger,
Hjarlgron,
leave.
or I'm gonna take after Pierce and
Do it, run at me.
scamper up. Yeah,
Let's
Hjarlgron.
go.
The ram?
I am
Under
just.
Start using him as a ram.
under the same
This is very
acrobatics, DC 13, I'll allow it.
Guys, Hjarlgron's wheelchair accessible.
Oh
Damn
no!
it.
As you run up, you begin climbing up Hjarlgron, who's taken one too many blows. So as you step onto his back, his knee kind of falters slightly. You try and jump up, but you
You're
don't quite
kind
make
of
it.
big, buddy.
It's like when a
You're just a
cat
big
tries to
little
like
guy.
launch off you, or is like slipping on you and just digs its claw.
So
Yeah.
instead,
That's
you
so not helpful.
instead you end up toppling over onto that side.
Yeah.
You
I'm
could, if
sorry,
you
Bobby.
wanted to, as an option, attack the shack to bring it down if you want.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah. Sure.
Now that's a real shock attack.
Go for it. Just make an attack against it. The shack has
I'm
an
gonna say
AC
just-
of 10 and it has 21 hit points.
Not for long. Oh, well,
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm dead.
Yes, for long.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yes, for long.
You slice at a piece of wood, but you don't need to make much headway
Oh,
against
bozo.
it.
Yeah, that makes sense, honestly. Next turn.
Alright, so it goes to the bandit who was, like I said, not in an arrow for
Let's
Ambrose
go,
in the
bandit!
distance, but he has now been fucking blocked off by Syldia, so he's going to pull out
Roll that
his
20, buddy.
daggers and attack Syldia instead. So he needs to make a wisdom save for Sanctuary, right?
A wisdom save per attack, because I still haven't cast a spell or made an attack yet this
Alright.
combat.
So what's the DC he needs to beat?
13.
Wisdom save number 1 is a 5, so nope. And then his second attack is a 12, so no. Okay. He doesn't hit you.
Run away, boy.
He can't because his bonus action was to strike you with his offhand, so disengaging would mean he'd get sliced in half, so I guess he'll stay put. Ambrose, you're up.
While you're here, would you like some lemon honey tea?
I mean, everyone's pretty much got it, so instead what I'll do is, 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess, up the wall.
Yep.
I'll just sort of walk over. How are we doing? Is he, still held nicely? And you can see that Ambrose has got, like, his hand sort of in the air with his fingers curled to keep this guy locked in place.
His eyes just track you as you walk past, but you can't even say, speak, or move or anything, so you just hear,
You should have seen what I did to the other guy.
Fucking hell.
Damn.
Alright. If anything
Just
else,
gonna-
then it'll be
yeah,
Keller's
just-
turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk up here and can I see what's going on up there?
Yeah, from this side you can. If you're on the other side of the shack, you wouldn't be able to. From
Yeah.
this side, you
Have we got it all covered up there?
can.
Oh, yes.
Until.
Alright,
wow.
well,
anything you would like to do, Celwydd?
I mean, I don't think so. I
Yeah.
think I'm just gonna observe.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, it's my turn.
Until
No actions, no reactions, no bonus actions. I can't move. Okay, I'll end my turn.
Holy circle.
safe.
Yeah, the wisdom save DC was 14, 13.
14. Yeah.
Natural 1. Okay, yeah, we keep going.
Oh my god.
Hjarlgron, you're up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna non-lethal club the fuck out of him.
Yeah, so it's a natural crit, so
Yeah.
Damn, this guy.
yeah, roll your
so-
extra damage.
So another 3d6.
You're not gonna need too much.
You
but
didn't-
You do need extra.
You didn't see the follow-up to this potential combo, which would have been to drop a level 2 inflict wounds on his ass.
So another 8. So it's 26.
26. Yeah. You just fucking clobber this guy on the back of the head, and his body just fucking falls limp, rolls down the shack onto the ground,
Nice.
unconscious.
Right. Where's the last one? Just looking around.
You clank, clank, clank from Syldia as he runs over
Yeah,
towards him.
literally.
I've got him handled.
I've got him, guys! Here I
If that's the
go!
case, if Syldia's got him handled, the Hjarlgron's gonna sit down and fucking take a minute, because I'm gonna be honest, guys.
Bro took.
49 HP.
I could be wrong, but did you not just take 80-something points of damage in this combat?
Pretty much. Thankfully, it reduced
Oh
majority.
my god.
I took,
Because a lot of that was halved, and he has a
80.
HP pool of 40-something.
yeah, 49, and I'm on 6 right now. So yeah, if Hjarlgron's just gonna, like, sit down and just fucking take a minute.
Because I was like, this encounter wasn't meant to be easy. I did sink in about 100+ points of damage somewhere. This man just fucking walks it off, man. Don't worry about
it.
it.
Probably was like over 100, because remember my 2 stone endurance is.
Oh shit, no, yeah, of course.
25 damage.
Rude.
So that's 25 damage.
We'll calculate damage later.
Yeah, so, Eldrith, you're up.
Good guys.
30.
Man.
We're capturing him, so I think I'm just going to prepare action if he somehow breaks out. Blast.
Yeah, if he wakes up, if he wakes up or something, sure, yep.
Yeah.
He's waking up from that.
Pierce.
Let me pull my rope out and start tying him up.
Okay. No problemo. Syldia.
I am going to use my bonus action, Channel Divinity, for Emissary of Peace. It's time for a little chat, my son. She's just gonna say to the bandit, "Do you really want to throw your life away here? You've got such a long life to live ahead of you. I think you should just turn yourself in and everything will be fine. Come on, just surrender."
He looks at his captain on the floor, he looks at everything, and he just looks at you, trembling. He drops his weapons and says, "You're just gonna let me go?"
Oh, no.
Oh.
I'm not going to let you go, but I'm not going to kill you. I think it's best if you just surrender to us. Kuruma check, go!
Oh,
29.
Jeez.
Oh.
With his captain on the floor, the bandit not wanting to meet an end to either the tiger that he saw destroy his captain, the mole that just fucking annihilated that guy, or the magic that Ambrose seems to be blowing people up with, he looks at Syldia, and like I said, he drops his daggers, falls to his knees, and just says, "Yeah, fucking sure."
You made the right choice here. And she like puts a hand on his shoulder, a little pat, and then get a rope and start, securing him so he's not gonna do a runner.
Yep. Alright, and with that, we shall end initiative.
Mission accomplished, maybe.
Yeah, so I made this encounter to be like a pretty decent damage-based encounter, and I was expecting you guys to use the ballista to like narrow a couple of the numbers down by shooting at the
That would
hideout.
have been smart.
That would have been cool.
However,
But
you forgot
Remember,
our main
Brandon,
approach.
what is our approach?
Run in. Kill.
Exactly.
That seems to be the thing in the moment.
Until I have smart enough people that realize, okay, Hjarlgron is just taking like millions of damage. We should just do something else. And until I get access to like more spells and shit, yeah, this is just how it's gonna go, I guess.
Let me, while I'm tying this guy up,
Yep.
check his pockets. Pat him down.
Yeah, you pat him down. I'll also, if alchemy doesn't fucking absolutely annihilate on me, put Tabo to the chat as well. The bandit that you pat down has these stitches across his face, a large scar, and he seems to kind of just like stitched red cloth into like his face from the forehead down to like his ears. He's got loads of like piercings and jewelry around his ears. He seems to be like a pretty mean motherfucker. You pat his like his clothes.
Not touching his cloth. Yeah.
You, apart from like his 2 daggers that he has holstered in his blade, a typical scimitar, and his crossbow with the crossbow bolts on his back, he doesn't really seem to be carrying much else. Maybe like some random shit like a flint and steel and other random crap. Oh, actually, I lie. This guy didn't use his fucking explosive. So you find a black powder bomb.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's happening again.
Where's the door?
No. Please.
Oh
Not
no!
again.
No, I'm
I will
not saying
fucking-
it would be incredibly funny to drop that invisible from a roof.
That would be. Take it. Take it. That's the best
Is it-
fucking use we'll ever get out of it.
Nah, if anyone else wants it, then keep it.
Is it
I
already
don't
an
know what it
item,
is. I'll
or
probably try
send it
and
my
eat it
way?
if I get my hands on him.
I don't know if I made if I didn't make it, if it's not in the archive, I will. But it's literally a bomb, 10-foot radius, dexterity saving throw, DC 13, 2d8 damage or 5.
Send me the details. I'll make it.
I
'cause
will.
It looks like it hasn't been made yet.
I was gonna say because you hit us with it earlier, so I'm guessing.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'll sort that out. But yeah, he's got. I
meanwhile-
forgot that he hasn't used his, so yeah, he would have one in his pocket.
Neat.
Didn't really get much of a chance to use anything, did he?
No, not really.
Because there was 3
Dude ain't shit with
banditers,
you.
right? And only 2 bombs were thrown, weren't there?
The other bandit that didn't have his, that didn't throw the bomb, was the one with the like knotted fire arrow, and the flint and steel. So I don't think if you guys want to take like a quick 5 minutes to pat them down, you wouldn't find another bomb on them.
Oh, the one that I got to.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one you fucking.
Yeah,
burst
so I'd
inside.
imagine all of his blood is internally hemorrhaged, so his skin would be like purple because it's all pretty much bruised.
Nice.
Yeah.
His eyes are just completely red around the around the irises, and there's blood leaking from his ears and his nose.
Good stuff.
He might be dead.
Slanged.
I think,
Well, all this
think he's
happens,
dead.
Brandon. Hjarlgron is just gonna like close his eyes for a little bit. He needs a rest.
Yeah, fair.
Blood's got venom running through his veins, and not in the good way, guys.
I
Yeah.
will.
Pale, Hjarlgron, are you feeling alright?
They stabbed me with something. I don't know what it had on.
Lays a hand on your arm.
I'm gonna turn out of Tiger, and Joy will walk up to Hjarlgron and spray into his face Lesser Restoration.
Oh,
Oh, you get healing word and lesser restoration?
Restoration fart. Let's go.
You are cleansed from your debilitating venom.
I'm just gonna take
Nice.
one big deep breath in. Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Also, next time you try and run up me, let me know. I can help.
Okay.
Gonna need like.
I don't know how that is possible.
You're gonna need code names for maneuvers.
Yeah.
Codename Cat Tower Go. I just like kind of arms out. I just like kind of bend to one side, so he's got like a ramp to go on.
It's 3 snarls and a meow for a cat tower.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Ambrose
What
is
the
just gonna sit with his legs hanging over the roof, looking down at the guy.
Yeah, they are.
They didn't do much, did he?
wasn't the one we were looking for. But hopefully we can get some information from him.
Brandon, did this guy see my interaction with that other unfortunate bandit, by the way?
Yes, he would have, yeah.
Oh, that'll come in handy. That'll come in very handy.
If you don't tell us where the fuck they are, I'll do it to you too, you son of a bitch!
They are
Syldia is,
in this kind of small cluster. There are 3 shacks that look like they could be explored, I suppose is the best way. The other 2 shacks are like super hollowed out, and they just seem to be places where people like are hiding into. But that's the like 2 bottom shacks, and then the big one next to the water seem big enough to like, you know, that people are probably like being inside of, whereas the other ones are pretty hollow and empty and destroyed.
Syldia's just gonna happily lead her captive over to the rest of the group.
Legs dangling over the edge, just looks over. Hello.
You can hear him like snort.
Oh, we've got 2 of them, have we?
Yes, he didn't put up much of a fight once everyone else was done with. So I decided to let him live, because that's the more reasonable thing to do.
Well, if he made the smart choice.
I also tried to do that, but mine put up a great deal of resistance.
I'm sure I believe you.
He's just smirking.
Hey, Brendan, can I stay on high alert even though this is over, please?
Yeah. You also said that you wanted to have a look around, so yeah, you can go into any of the shacks and roll an investigation check if you want.
Awesome.
Okay. As you're going into the different shacks and going around, there's a lot of like weaponry. There's a lot of like extra daggers, extra short swords, and stuff like that scattered around. There's loads of bedrolls that are kept warm with a couple of like doused out fires. A couple of like ragged these red overcloaks that some of the higher ups seems to be wearing. There's a couple of them scattered around as well.
Point of interest, the bird that you mentioned earlier on the red flag, is that a hummingbird or something else?
Yeah, it looks quite similar to one, for sure.
Okay.
And then going into the bigger shack, the one that's next to the river, going into it, you can see like a desk and a table, and then some sort of like apothecary setup. You can see a couple of mortar and pestles that are like breaking up some sort of plant, and then next to it a vial of some sort of like yellowy green liquid, and then a small black bomb as well, black powder bomb.
Okay, so it's a second black powder bomb.
Yes, and a vial of debilitating poison.
Oh, okay.
On the desk, where there's a small candle that is not lit, and a chair. You walk up to it, and you see a letter that has a non-broken wax seal and a dagger that's stabbed next to it.
Okay. Letter is definitely interesting. The dagger is of no remark.
No, not particular.
Okay. But a letter with a broken wax seal is definitely interesting.
Oh wait, you mean the dagger that's on the table with the letter?
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, you recognize that dagger when you walk up to it.
Oh, huh?
The dagger seems to be a bronze copper-like dagger that has a kind of bird skull at the hilt, and then the blade of it is almost like the wing of a creature, of a bird. You recognize this dagger.
Entering the building then. Pierce eyes grow narrow, his blood runs cold as he spies this dagger stabbed into the desk. He'll look over his shoulder, see what the rest of the crew's doing before stepping closer.
I can only imagine it's a cartoon moment of looking back with Ambrose's legs dangling down, them having a fucking laugh as you see the fucking leader on the floor, paralyzed and passed out, and then Syldia escorting a fucking bandit over to them and probably having a couple of laughs about it. I can only imagine.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, accurate.
I'll disappear into this building. On the verge of a psychotic break, I guess I'll approach the desk.
Okay.
The letter, the wax seal is already broken, is it?
Not broken.
Oh. I ain't touching that dagger yet. Or rather, do you know what? I'm gonna pick up the dagger because that's not real. This can't be real.
You grab the dagger and yeah, it feels real. The cold steel touches against your skin. You pull it out from the wood that it's carved into. It feels the same as it always has done.
Shit. I'm gonna twist the knife ever so gently so that it catches the light.
It reflects. You see your eyes glaring back at you.
If I catch myself in the reflection of the dagger, I'll immediately drop it.
The dagger clatters against the wooden floor.
I'll go to the letter.
Mm-hmm.
Break the wax seal and open it.
Oh. Your thumb slides underneath the wax seal, cracking it and opening it, revealing a letter that you can see in your handouts, titled "Left for Dead." You can all read it in your handout.
Predictable as always, Finch. Or perhaps this the trail of blood that follows you around. Assume you want answers. I would. Cage of sparrows all set free with no waxwing to command them. What did you expect? Well, the vulture has managed to dig up more about our past than I expected. It seems Waxing wasn't the first to set up the sparrows. Their feathers even lay here. But I wouldn't ruin all the surprises. How about a trip down memory lane, Finch? Signed Ashen Melody. Hands shaking. Pierce will look up from this letter and spy his dagger that he's dropped onto the ground. From what was cold and pale before his blood, reaching down, picking up this dagger once again, it feels more familiar this time around, more warm to the touch. This dagger is now for protection. Pierce isn't going to exit the building for quite some time. as he has a moment to think. During his stay here, he's going to look for some more clues as to how this ended up here, or maps, or direction, or anything of the such.
As you look a bit confused, maybe lost in thought, and you pick up your blade and you look around. You look at the back of the letter, and then through the window of the shack that leads onto the pebbled shore and the river. At the back of the map, it says, "Why don't you take a hitch down the river?" And you see a boat that's just on a pier held by some rope.
I'm going to exit the building through the front door in which I came.
Yep.
Sort of, with that 1,000-yard stare, return to the party.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's somebody at my door. Not right now. Not right now. I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons. It's a very serious moment.
Either hold the baby and let him drink bubble, or help mum bake her bed.
This is the
Yes.
internal struggle that's going on with Pierce right now.
Yeah, it's fine. I have a child in my arms now.
He's so traumatized that he broke the fourth wall.
Alright, you, mister. I have to be menacing, okay? It's hard to do with the 2-year-old in your arms. No, I don't want to hear it.
Throw it.
I'm not throwing my 2-year-old brother. You have a lot to say, do you? Anything else you want to say?
Chuck him across the room.
Right. So, letter clutched in hand, and this new dagger in his hand as well. He'll reapproach the party. I have something.
Is it contagious?
Gosh, I hope not. Seems that somebody's after me. Their eyes on me currently.
Exactly what you.
If you'll allow me, I might need to track this one down.
You're not a hostage, you're a free person. You can come and go as you please.
Freedom. That is not my word.
Maybe not yet. Maybe when you deal with your thing you will have it. Or maybe you'll gain it with us when you return. Who knows? But if you need to go do something, we're not going to stop you. If it's that important, do what you must.
I may not return, but if I do, I know where to find you at least. The day glints soon.
Around 30 days or so, yes.
And should be plenty of time for a dead body to wash up.
Then I suppose we'll see you in Crestfall.
I shall see you all in Crestfall.
Give me a pat on the back while like sitting down, because I'm still probably about the same height as him.
Yeah.
I have nothing to leave you with. I apologize.
Just the promise that we'll see you again in Crestfall. None of this I may not return nonsense.
Then if you have nothing to leave us with, and give him a smile, make sure to bring something back.
Nice.
Not sure what that something will be, but I'll pick up something shiny.
Anything will do.
Pierce, if you die,
Ambrose.
just know that you are the best identical twin that I never had.
Thank you. I will bid you all a good day.
Give him a nod.
Pierce will remain here. But the Finch will leave.
Sheesh.
Very well. You'll see as Pierce, who grips this bronzed winged dagger, walks back to the shack that he came from, heads to the back of it, and you guys see him undo the rope on a small kind of boat and begins letting the river take him downstream.
Before he goes, I'll yell out, "Wait, if you have any spare money, could you leave it?" Still need to get Doy's magical thing.
We need to get Joyous thing. That is fair.
Oh my
Pierce
God.
would know this. How much did you need, or?
I mean,
All of
What
it?
do you need? Yeah.
we need 175. Aimee said we've got about 100 if we need to use any of it.
Oh,
I
okay.
have like 100 gold spare.
I've
So-
got.
75 is.
I
the
do have some
most.
rings worth 40.
Oh shit. It's good stuff.
I'll leave you the rings, and was that 25 gold on top, or 65?
65. We can probably just rob these lot and get the rest.
True.
Yeah, fair enough.
So what? 2 rings and then 25 gold.
So, rings
Yeah.
worth 40 golden pieces and
Rings.
25 gold.
What a gamer.
I'm down from 69 gold. You guys owe me.
We won't, don't you worry.
No, it's fine. But yeah,
Alright.
and Pierce will take his leave.
The rest of you are left here in the makeshift Humming Wings hideout with 2 prisoners in tow and some shacks that you can have a look at if you want to.
Yeah, look, see the bandit Syldia brought? What's the look on his face? Does it look like
Defeated?
up?
Yeah, he's a bit defeated. He's scowling a bit because he's
I'll
like...
look to Syldia. Or is he is he going in prison as well, or?
Well, that likes the idea. Yes.
Right. So he doesn't need his money.
Well, I suppose not.
Right. Ambrose, you're the one with slender, sticky fingers.
Sure.
Can't exactly reach into a pouch which doesn't even fit my hand.
You're looking for money on me. I'll help you look.
Oh.
Wait.
All right, get your trousers off. I know how this works.
Oh, jeez! Well...
He looks at me like, huh? What did he mean by that?
I may have misplayed.
Yeah, make him know that he just played the wrong card.
Wait a second.
Misclick, misclick.
No. Wait.
Yeah, wait.
And then... Kind of like...
What money am I looking for here? What's going on?
Just any money that this guy, the leader guy, and whatever the corpses have on them.
AKA fuck them. They're bandits.
What?
Oh,
And when you said
okay.
I want your money.
and when you said that, the bandit said, "Oh, you're looking for money on me, bro. I'll help you look for the money on me."
So he's got nothing. So search the leader, and then I'm gonna grab one of you to help me go around looking for gold, because.
yeah, I'll come with. I'll wander around. And we should before we leave the area entirely. So maybe next week, just before we leave, we should remember to check the basement and that watchtower.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
We'll do. Yeah, we can do that within this session. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let me just quickly go on my tracker. So I've gotten 65 gold worth of stuff. 65.
Okay. Well, whoever's looking around in these places, either 2 separate investigation rolls or 1 with advantage.
Ooh. While they do that, Ren, can I start just casting detect magic for a bit?
Yeah, you do it.
Yeah, you can ritual cast them. That's no problem.
Yep, I'll ritual cast it and then join either one of them. So whoever goes later.
All right. Initially then, as you begin casting a spell, the rest of you kind of look around these shacks. Like I said, you find a bunch of like random weaponry, the daggers and other such things that have kind of been left around, the cloaks from what these guys wear. Nothing that seems directly valuable. A couple of bedrolls, some like typical resources like hempen rope, some like pickaxes, some hammers and shovels and shit like that. Tools for your necessary trade. Some thieves' tools. A torturing kit.
Ooh, I'll take that.
Well, I mean,
thieves tools? Nah, torturing kit.
Time to start pulling some teeth out and shit.
Well, I don't really need it. I can torture people without that shit.
It just has an actual effect on like questioning and interrogating. Yeah. So
I'll take it.
Plus 10 to toe pulling.
And then you go into one of the other bigger shacks, and with an 18, you kind of stifle around, and you actually notice underneath one of these large kind of like bare rugs, you push it to the side, and you notice a couple of the planks are discolored in comparison to the others. It's not a hatch, it's just several planks that are a bit more discolored than others.
Pull my hand
Looks
up in
like
between and try and flick it out.
Looks like a little loosey-goosey floor space.
Yeah. At the same time, Eldrith, after they've been investigating the other shacks and your detect magic goes off, you also feel detect magic pinging from the same place that these guys are slowly now opening and creaking open.
Oh,
wait,
can
it's
I
a
tell what
bomb!
type? You can tell what type it is?
Enchantment.
Bomb.
Enchantment.
I believe
I'm
it's
just
the
gonna
most
like
fitting.
stop.
I could be wrong, but I believe it's
I'm just
the
gonna
most
stop them really quickly. Friends?
Yes.
Caution!
Like, you see Hjarlgron's axe in the air, just about like slam into it.
This is a caution.
Right.
I sense enchantment on that.
Not on the planks, but underneath it.
Well, yeah. Well, I sense enchantment. Well, below it, somewhere near it.
I don't know what that is.
Do you think it's like a magic trap or something?
Potentially. Hjarlgron, it means something bad might happen once you go down.
Right.
Yeah,
Stand
well, if
back.
it's magic,
Just put my
and you
fist through the
think
planks,
it's,
Brandon.
All right,
Oh,
Kratos,
God.
Kratos style, like Kratos
Yeah.
opening up chests, you smash your fist into the planks, and you pull out a like a sizable coffer that has a handle on the top, and you just lift it out. It's not locked or anything, but you manage to pull it out. It's just got some latches that you need to unlatch, which don't have locks on them.
Is this the thing? And points to it. Looks at
Something
Eldrith.
inside of it is resonating with magic.
Something inside the coffer is.
All right,
I've
Hjarlgron,
never
open
seen
gently.
latches, have I, Brandon?
True, yes.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to like open it normally, since it's not opening.
No, yeah, that's a fair point. The mechanisms that you would have seen in the Frost would be far more complicated than latches, so yeah.
Yes, I'm just like.
Uh,
Won't open.
Hjarlgron, and just leans forward and just flicks the latch. There you go.
It seems to you, Hjarlgron, this seems incredibly simple to try and stow away something. Where you're from, if something is kept protected, the giants carved puzzles and all sorts of intricate designs to make sure anyone would ever go into the things that they don't want to keep. I mean, that they
Seems
want
a
to
bit-
keep others from.
Seems a bit too simple to keep something of value.
Well, you know, they are just bandits.
Well, still. Usual puzzle or something stops this.
Most people wouldn't even think to check the floor.
That is true.
I guess we're not normal people. Gives a smile and he opens it up.
You open it up.
Fireball! We're all dead!
You open it up. Ryan, do you perhaps have less than 100 max temporary max hit points?
Oh, yeah.
Brother, I
Come on,
have 13
kill.
Yeah!
Oh,
Not again.
It's gonna be funny one of these days. You're gonna hit me with that.
Oh, one day I'll definitely have to do it for sure.
You have to. It'll be the funniest fucking thing.
We dodged
You
that
open a
bullet
box
once.
and he just falls over dead.
We dodged that bullet once. We already made Alfonso
true,
from
true.
that one.
That's true.
Anyway, you open it up, and on this large, like I said, quite a large chest, on the left-hand side, there seems to be this bag that's kind of been folded up and put to the side, and that's resonating with some sort of magic. And then next to that, there is quite a hefty, opened coin purse with 2 platinum pieces at the top of it, and then who knows how many mixture of gold, copper, and silver underneath.
Hjarlgron will take the bag and leave the satchel thing next to it. And then he's gonna like, right, I'm going to go count this.
All right.
I'll be back in a moment. He's gonna
okay.
don't pull the coins out outside, Brandon, and he's gonna slowly count them.
All right, there's 2. Eventually, you'd find out that there's 2 platinum pieces.
Platinum, okay.
There's 46 gold pieces.
Damn.
Platinum, 46 gold.
23 silver.
So I'm just making that. So 20, so that's 60. 66.
And 14 copper.
Sick. Onto the payment. How much silver was it again? 20.
22.
22, and then 14 copper.
And yeah, there's a bag that's resonating with magic as well in there.
I just looked at Eldrith and I just sort of hover my finger over it and point down and just this.
I'm gonna walk up and just kind of pick it up.
It is a large kind of satchel that fits around one's shoulder and rests to the side of them. It has these intricate markings and embroidery on it, and a lot of the carvings are in giant. And it also has at the front of it kind of like a very stereotypical old-fashioned giant carving of someone's like a giant's face at the front of it.
It's a bag of holding, boys. Bag of holding.
Ooh.
A bag of holding.
It's got giant stuff on it. Well, I'm not there, so it's unfortunate.
It's a
Yeah,
bag of
I'll ask you
holding,
later,
guys.
don't you worry.
I promise it's a bag of holding.
It's a bag
Stick
of
your
holding.
hand in it.
So
Yeah.
let's see.
This wouldn't happen
I'm-
twice to me now, would it?
I'm going to
Oh my God.
cast identify on it.
Hey, oh.
How long does identify take?
A minute, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a
I was
minute.
gonna say, otherwise Ambrose is just gonna stand there twiddling his fucking thumbs and like poking at things in the room.
Can I ritual identify? I could, right?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I will ritual identify.
So it's 11 minutes.
Yeah, so that'll be 11 minutes then, rather.
Yeah, 11 minutes.
I know this specifically from your campaign, Toast. I use this all the time.
Then Ambrose, you're just twiddling and waiting, tapping your like leg. And
How's the? Are you nearly done?
Shh.
I think halfway through this, I'll come back in. I've counted everything.
Shh.
Sorry.
It's being passed down.
Yeah.
Kind of whispers, like trying to whisper. We only need 42 gold. There's no change in his voice, by the way.
Can't whisper.
We need about 40 something gold for the item.
For what?
For Doy's item.
Oh, okay, that's good because
So
I
I
have
think-
40 something.
Oh, perfect. Then on our way through Primty, we can get at him.
Fantastic.
Good. And then
He's
I
just
suppose we
figuring
can-
out what kind of bag it is.
Oh. Can
Looks
I look
like a
over and just
satchel
like look at the bag,
to me.
Brandon?
you understand giant, don't you?
Obviously.
I hope he does.
I was gonna say, right, I'm half giant.
Yeah, just making sure. The
Yeah,
carving.
no, I specifically made it so I don't. Yeah. Trust.
Yeah,
what does it say?
the carvings on it say Yon's emptiness,
Oh, just Jon's emptiness.
and then ding, it pings Eldrith. This is a bag of holding.
That means literally nothing to me.
I think it's
Well,
just a bag with a lot of space.
So you call them Yon's emptiness?
Yon is
That's what it
you
says.
know in your history that Yon is one of the giants renownedly known for the crafting of magical items.
Yon, like Y-O-N?
Yep. He's one of the first giants to imbue magic into things to make them, I guess, magical.
He makes magical items.
Possibly the first awakener of the world.
Oh.
He does good stuff.
Do you know what else he's made? Or does he specialize in bags?
Any item, really. As long as it can give it a boost, he'll make it. Or has made it, should I say?
Oh, hold on a second. This is a bag with like stupid amounts
Oh.
of space in it, right?
Oh,
I do
right.
believe
Yes,
so, yes.
Ambrose. It's a bag of holding.
Oh, not just a
I mean,
big
that's
bag.
what bags tend
Right.
to do, they hold stuff.
Well, this
No, but
one
that
seems to
Hjarlgron
hold
means,
a
like-
significantly large more.
Like big magic bag. I thought it just meant it was like just, XL, but
Hmm. That sounds
can I have a
like-
look inside the entrance to it?
Yeah, the kind of like lift, you notice that when you kind of like pull up the flap of the satchel, it's like the mouth of the giant opens up. Like the space that leaves is the mouth of a giant opening.
That's kind of uncomfortable.
Okay.
Yeah, but you just see into like just void. It's just dark.
I look up to Eldrith with my like hands holding the entrance to the bag open. It's like an accurate of like a bag of holding. It's like 2 feet wide at the top if I hold it open, right?
This one's actually 6 feet wide.
What the hell?
It's big.
It's made for your
Or
boy.
can go up to 6 feet wide. It's kind of
I was gonna s-
you know how those backpacks
Oh, the
have like
string.
the string that like ties tighter
That's
or
cool.
really loose.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
that. It has one of those bead
Oh
things
my
where you
God.
can like open up the tightness of it. Because this
I've
one's
always wanted
particular.
one of these.
Okay.
Can I do something real quick before we do anything?
Of
What?
course.
I take the bag, I flip it inside out.
Don't do that. It breaks it.
Ooh.
Doesn't break him. It just unloads
doesn't it?
everything that was inside it.
Oh wait, which one's the one that breaks it?
Shove in
it's-
another
You put another one
dimensional
inside
space.
another one.
Yeah, if you put something inside of it, or pierce it, or overfill it.
Yeah, you kind of grab it, you like grab the bottom part of it and flip it inside out, and almost kind of like with the catapult spell, a bunch of random shit flies out of it. You see like some sticks, forks, and other random mundane crap just shoot out of it. And then also 2 minor potions of healing come out.
Oh,
Oi, let's go.
Oh my god, it's a bag of potions.
pretty good, I suppose.
It's a bag of restoratives.
Joy's gonna
Do
grab
that
a
again,
fork.
more might come out.
He's gonna grab a fork. Oh, love. And then I'll like.
Anyway, I've always
Unflipped.
wanted one of these, right?
Well,
For
there
the
you go.
exact reason I could get inside it.
Right. Do you want to get in? I'll just like open it
Well,
all the way up.
well, the thing is, it's very dangerous, but it could be great for bamboozling things or for sneaking me into somewhere if I don't need to be invisible or on the walls.
Shall we try it now?
We do not tear the bag.
But I won't tear it. It's just.
Do not
so
damage
honest
the
it can be.
bag. Do not tear the bag.
Right.
Do
I
not
believe
the
if that
bag.
happens, I will be lost to the realms.
You'll be fine. Hop in.
All right. Well, you see, I don't need to breathe, so I can get in for as long as I like, and just sort of stands in it, like you like put like a bag on the floor, and then like wiggle it up around his waist.
That's an interesting point. 2 of
As
us
he's
don't
going
need to
down.
breathe.
I was going to say you and Joy could go in there.
Yeah.
Going into
yeah.
Going
Oh
into the
my
bag
God,
now.
Like, you guys can
Don't really-
cuddle in the bag.
Oh my god! I just realised. Yo, we can like get horses for like less people now. Because we just stuffed 2 of you in the bag.
And then you can just throw us out like fucking Pokemon.
Oh my god.
Go, I choose you.
my
Joy,
God.
I choose you.
That
Oh,
is
that's you.
wild.
Just flies out.
I knew that purposely making this bag's width wider would lead to like stupid shit happening.
Well,
You
you
did
can
it
get
yourself,
inside a
yeah.
normal one. It's 2 feet wide. It's big
yeah.
enough to climb in.
True, but
Either way.
but I'm also expecting the other shit that you're gonna start shoving in there.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
With the
much
bag
stuff.
of holding, you could literally just name an animal and I could come out as that.
Holy
I
fuck.
choose you!
I choose you.
It's my bag
tiger.
of summoning animal.
Go, Tiger Man.
Oh god, that's amazing.
Would you like to see my pet vampire?
I caught him, Fang.
Comes flying out
Right.
like fucking Bilbo, and he's Yeah, Ambrose is gonna wiggle slowly into the bag.
Do you want me to tie it up and then take you outside so you can do a grander reveal?
Oh yes, tie it up, and then we'll go outside, and then push it inside out, and I'll fly out at the others.
Wait a second.
Got
Hey
it.
guys. Real use for this, we could put what's her face in it.
We don't want to kill her.
No.
Autumn?
Yeah, Autumn.
Oh
Yeah, we
shit!
could.
Yeah. Holy shit! Okay,
I'll
now we're
kidnap her
cooking with
mum and
gas.
stuff her in there.
Oh shit! Now we're cooking with gas.
Oh, what if we sneak up on Helena and we just grab her with the bag and then break it?
No.
Holy shit!
Yeah, but then we'd be losing the bag, though.
No.
Wait, can you
No, no.
can you tear the bag from the inside?
No, why don't we just like?
That's what I was wondering.
No.
What does it look like inside? Does it look rippable?
Yeah, what am I
Ambrose?
seeing inside the bag?
It's almost as if you guys have been like Alice in Wonderland, like turned into tiny versions, and you're on the inside of this huge bag.
That's
Okay,
freaky,
so she
actually.
could rip it and get out.
All I'm saying is, we grab her in it, we run outside into the middle of the fucking sunny day, just throw her out, let her cook.
Yeah, assuming she doesn't rip it
Or
immediately and
better
kill
yet,
whoever's
just
holding it.
get
No,
her
but
in
if
the
she rips
bag,
it from the
run to a
inside,
river.
she gets yeeted to the astral plane.
Yeah, true. It would be really bad, but it'd also take a party member.
True, but
Ah.
what if Ambrose goes inside with her, restrains her?
The battle in the bag.
Exactly. It's the
You say it would
ultimate like
take a
arena.
party member. Skipper.
What's up?
Did you say it would take a party member?
If someone's holding the bag and she rips it, right? Yeah.
That's only if
No,
you put a
That's only
bag
if
in
there's
the
two
bag.
in one. If there's a rip or anything, just any contents inside.
If it
is just
rips, it
gone.
just
Oh.
everything gets yeeted. If
Okay,
it
I just thought
gets
it got
cut through
broke, it
another
did that.
portal and you break time and space, it creates a wormhole that sucks everything in.
Yeah. All I'm
Gotcha.
saying is, instead of doing that, why don't we just grab her in the bag, run to a river, and just throw her out?
That's kind of facts, though. Yeah, like that is kind of facts.
Like,
This
don't get me
is
wrong.
like throw
I'd
into
like
a
to send
barrel
it to the
full of
actual
garlic.
plane.
Yeah, wait, what if we just
Sounds
teabag
like
the
a-
bag of holding with her in it into the water, running
Exactly.
water? Yeah.
Fire her out into the water, and she's just fucking.
Oh my god, you just
melting.
throw her
just-
off the
just-
Nova
What?
Bridge.
Okay, okay, hit me
Or
out.
we
hit me out,
could
hit me
fill
out
the
for a
bag
sec.
with holy water.
Yeah, we know first.
True.
Ooh.
Oh
We
my
know first
god.
that he could
Now we're
probably
cooking.
make like infinite holy water.
Now
We
we're
just
cooking,
waterboard her with it.
Open the
Brandon-
bag, just start
Brandon's
fucking dunking her
regretting
head
this
in.
bag already.
Yeah. Just, fill it with,
You
fill
don't
it
even
with
know
holy
the
water,
face.
old person, shove her half in.
The fucking face expression that I have now, where I'm just fucking snapping.
You did this.
Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
No, but we do need her because we need Estella to be able to drink from her.
Yeah,
Also to.
But I do think using it to transport Autumn is a solid idea.
100%.
Yeah, we
In
could
our
absolutely do
defense,
that.
you
We
just
could
gave
safely
us
get
the
her out.
bag,
I was gonna
Brandon.
say,
Of
like-
course we're gonna do fucking war crimes with it.
How far are we from that city we just left?
Like
We can just go back and grab her.
About a day.
We could go back and grab her.
Okay, but also consider if we do grab her, she still might be trackable.
Yeah, and she is still
Well,
like
no,
royalty.
she's in another plane now, so unless they've got cross-plane tracking.
And all they'd see is her in a big bag.
The bag itself isn't a different plane, though, is it? It's just like magically bigger on the inside.
It's a pocket dimension.
Yeah, pocket dimension. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Which we don't know if that's another plane. So fuck.
It just means that you guys have to keep her trapped in there forever, so that
Well,
you know,
well, not
whenever,
even
because
forever.
whenever she comes out of it, she's going to be trackable.
No, that's fine. By the time we
Maybe
need to
we
deal
don't
with...
do this. Because also, if something happens to the bag, she's getting yeeted, and I don't think that's going to be very good.
Well,
Anyway,
we
I'm
do
in the
use-
bag right now. Go and
walk outside. And then I'll look at everyone. Ambrose, go, and I just kind of like inside out the bag.
It just flies out of the bag, like tumbled on the floor, like in a front row. Just
You know how the they like restore fish into a reservoir where they put them through those tubes and then they fly out.
Yes. Oh my god.
That's how you guys see Ambrose just fucking shoot out and slap against the muddy ground.
No, all I'm thinking
Oh
of
my
is the
goodness.
fucking- the Five Nights jump, where they'd like jump at the camera. That's all I'm thinking.
Foxy.
What have I done?
They stuffed me in a bag.
We found a magical bag.
A magical bag.
Yes. Also, I looked to Comet. We only need 42 gold. We managed to find quite a bit.
Which is exactly the amount I have.
Oh, perfect.
This is for Doy's necklace.
Correct. Well, Pauldron, as the man has decided to make it.
Ah. Well, excellent. Are we about ready
I'll just take
to,
21 from the both of you.
Oh,
Cuts it
the
up-
first?
Yeah, just cuts it up nice and even. So you still have money.
Are we
So-
about ready to
Yeah, no.
pick up from here? Or
I think so, unless there's more for us to search.
I mean, we've searched we did 2 houses, right?
This place is dry. No, that's
yeah,
everything.
I was gonna say we pretty much did everything.
I'm gonna prestidigitation the mud off my clothes.
Of course.
Well, I think this should be a pretty good haul for the warden, don't you? And if we need answers, well, and he unravels the torturer's kit. I'm a fast learner, and I just got this bad boy.
I'll look at him. It's just tools to me.
Now you see how this here is a nail puller. This is a tongue twister. And this, well, this is... you don't want this near your balls.
It's like that fucking pizza cutter looking thing.
the fucking whirly gig.
Yeah.
Calvin just makes a really disturbed face. Looking at all the bits.
I really would prefer if you didn't keep that kind of stuff.
Oh. Yes, mother. It's fine. I don't need it anyway, and just like sort of throws it behind
To be
him.
fair, yeah.
You see, what I could do instead is we could tie them upside down, hang them from a roof. I could flash lights in their face repeatedly, and just keep harassing them until their brain starts to bleed out of their ears.
What if they have epilepsy?
Even better.
You know, there's better ways of getting information than just torturing someone.
The bandit that you've secured turns to you, Syldia. You're taking me to jail, right? You're not giving me to these fucking lunatics.
Oh, like I've still got the bag
Please
wide
don't
open. I
give
just
me
turned
to
to him.
him.
I just turned to him with the bag open, Brandon.
Oh,
I don't say anything. I just look at him.
I won't let them harm you. Yes.
As long as you tell the warden what he needs to know, you should be fine.
Yeah, fucking everything.
Yeah, exactly. And I give him a very unblinking stare.
I can just like
Oh,
picture
this
it now,
poor guy,
unblinking
man.
stare, like kind of tapping the ball twister in front of his face. Ting ting ting. Ting, ting, ting.
Yeah, this guy is looking at you guys like you guys are some fucking creatures.
I'm the most normal
He's
one.
like, yo, jail time? Yeah, sign me up. Fucking 1 minute with this psychotic torturing group? Nah, yeah, no, get me out.
Tell me everything you need to know. Don't
And I'm
don't
just gonna casually put an arm around his shoulder and don't worry, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
You see, he's visibly sweating.
You know your mistress who uses the blood magic.
Gulps.
Yeah, she's not the only one that knows that kind of shit.
He, like, nods his head, like,
And then just gives him a little shoulder sort of like hug and then just lets him go again. Excellent, let's go.
Right. And I'll pick up the leader guy, who's I think fully wrapped up, right?
Yeah, you guys bound him.
Okay. Like, are we talking just hands and feet bind, or are we talking hands, feet, and then all the way around him?
I don't
Like
know, it's up to you guys.
caterpillar cocoon. I'm just saying that's how I do it. Hands, feet, and then caterpillar cocoon all the way down.
Yeah, if you want to do that, then sure.
Yes, because I don't want the slightest chance of him escaping.
Yeah, sure. Okay, then you will do exactly that.
And then I'll throw him over my shoulder.
Yep, he is still fucking stone cold passed out.
Right. Suppose we head back, right? Clear our names.
Well, your names, yes.
Yes.
And the sooner
Good.
we get these guys off our hands, I think the better. We don't want to keep them hanging around.
Very good.
Alright.
Who knows the way back?
I do.
Lead the way, Dewey. I just like follow behind him.
Alright. So are you guys just going straight up to the top of the cliffs and then back onto the road that leads to Dornstead, or?
I believe so.
Jeez.
Yeah, we just might as well go and hand them in pretty
Yeah.
much straight away, right? There's no
Yeah.
thinking about.
Okay. Are you guys leaving the watchtower?
Oh, no, we
you know
should
what? We do have
definitely
the
check the
basement
basement
site.
of
Yeah,
that.
you're right.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Maybe
Yeah,
we
I
just
mean-
stay here and investigate that next time.
I mean, yeah, if you want to just... It won't take long if you want to quickly go there and...
Yeah, we might as well knock it out and then just end it
Yeah,
as
yeah.
on
How
our way
about-
back.
How about we ask the two people staying up super late?
Well, with the time going back, it's not as late for them now.
Oh, hey. Nice.
Yeah, it's only midnight. We're all good.
Exactly. Whereas usual, it's like what all this time? Like,
Well,
We can do
two?
it. We can
Of
do
two?
literally a 10-minute ravage of a basement.
Yeah,
you know?
no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys wander up and make your way back to the watchtower. You walk in and you can see the hatch on the ground. It has a lock, but it also is made out of wood. So, How do you
Just gonna
guys wanna
point to the hatch, look to Hjarlgron. Would you mind? That shit is locked.
oh, sure. Takes out the maul. I'm just gonna bust that shit up.
Sure, use an attack roll.
Yeah.
There's no magic down there, right?
If you want to cast detect magic, you can.
Oh, has it ended already?
I think it's
There you go.
detect magic is only for how long?
10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Yeah, then yeah, it would have definitely ended. Between the talking, the messing around with the bag, the chatting, and then walking up to the tower again, which is already like 6 minutes away. But that is indeed enough. You bash this thing, the lock just smashes into pieces. The wood on the actual hatch is also now a bit destroyed.
There you go.
I'll just cast it this time.
Okay, you cast it, you don't detect anything magical underneath.
So is the hatch completely destroyed, or can I do I have to reach through it and like undo it from inside or something?
You can now lift it. The wood is destroyed, so technically, I suppose if you wanted, you could slip through the hole that he's made, or you could just lift the hatch. It's up to you.
I'm gonna lift the hatch and then like lean my head in first, upside down, and just have a look inside the room.
It is a semi-flooded basement of a tower. And you can see, like I said, dripping water. You can see a small hole where water's just slowly, like, every now and again when the tide slaps against the side, water spills in ever so slowly. And you can see, on the side, like, attached to these kind of, like, hooks on the wall are 2 large bolts, but instead of having metal tips at the end, they have these kind of, like, weird kind of orange glowing tips.
Oh my god, there's bombs in the basement.
Let's go.
There's nuclear tipped bolts.
For the ballistas.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
Okay, well,
my
I'm not gonna
god.
touch those. How much is it flooded? How deep is the water down there?
You could assume possibly up to your waist.
I'm gonna crawl down the wall.
Mhm.
And I'm just gonna look at it and floodwater isn't moving, floodwater isn't running, floodwater isn't running. Put my finger in the water.
You put your finger in and nothing seems to happen.
Alright. And then I just drop it.
Imagine if he puts his finger in there and he just disappears.
Puts his finger in and lifts it out. The tip is gone. It's like, oh no.
It's gone.
He just despawns.
Just fucking Thanos, like his body just turns to ash.
The
not
running
feeling
water
so
takes
good.
away his source texture files. He just turns into like black and pink squares.
Yeah, you can see a couple of like cloth materials and stuff floating around. You see, like I said, these 2 things that have been kind of like socketed into the wall so that they don't float around, which is these 2 large bolts that has these kind of like glowing tips. And then just like random crates that are floating around in the flooded water and other like random debris that's floating around.
I'm just gonna dunk my face in because I don't need to breathe, so just have a look under the water.
It's a bit murky. I won't lie. You know, you dip your face under, and it's a bit difficult to really see anything. You can roll a perception check with disadvantage if you want.
Hell yeah.
5. Yeah, it's hard to see anything in this stagnant kind of like murky water. And there's probably just some more like random crap underneath, but nothing that you can see particularly.
I'll just fish around with my hands a bit, have a little search.
Yeah, you like touch like some random things. You touch a couple of things that feel a bit soggy and a bit algae-like, and that kind of like you flinch for a second. And you're like, oh, okay, it's just algae.
Yeah, it's like when you're washing dishes. And
Yeah. A couple of like weird things that kind of like make you a bit like quiver slightly as you touch these slimy textures. But you don't seem to find anything of importance, at least underneath. There's a couple of crates and stuff that is floating on top, but that's it.
What about our magical mage sensor?
Yeah, there's nothing pings off magical in this basement.
Damn, our dragon radar doesn't ping.
Alright, well, in that case, yeah, I guess this is pretty good, right, boys? We're clear.
Yeah, I think we're good. Back on the road, head back to
climb back up, a bit wet. I'm going to prestidigitation on myself, dry one bit of clothing at a time. And as I'm sort of drying myself off, I'm just going to look at Hjarlgron for a second. Thoughtful raise of the eyebrow. I can't help but think we could have used these somehow.
and just shrugs his shoulders.
Yeah.
God. I'm just looking around.
Perhaps.
Oh, there's like big explosive-looking bolts down there, but you know,
But it might have blown up all the money we made.
also true.
And we did need him alive at least.
Also true.
He could have been blasted to pieces. That is
And
true.
they were very good at ranged.
It's fine anyway. No one was hurt.
Who even
You-
goes to watch tower
With,
here
with like
anyway?
2 arrows still sticking out of his
Yeah,
chest.
yeah.
He hasn't removed them yet.
Can I mage hand the arrows out of your chest?
Yeah, go for it.
I'll mage hand the arrows right out of your chest.
But
Just
probably
doink,
the one
doink.
that I like stones endurance and like took nothing from, that just comes out with these. The other one's probably a bit foreign.
You just pluck them out like feathers, bro.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's make that horrific climb back up that cliff and hope I don't fall to my death into the churning seas.
All right.
Agreed.
Sure, you'll manage.
Falls
With
and get you the waters, will.
The bandit in tow, and then one of the bandit leader, kind of strung over your shoulder and wrapped up. You guys leave this tower with the possible question of what could it have been used for, and leave it behind. You guys venture back up to the top of the large cliffs that overlook Dahlia's Divide, and for the rest of this day, find your way back onto the main road that would lead to Dawnstead. And yeah, as you guys are back on that road, that eventually will be another day's, I think, walk roughly, or just under a day's walk or so, back to Dawnstead. That's where we'll leave it for today's session.
Let's go.
Guys, I did it. I did it again. I saved a bandit's life.
Let's go.
My friend,
definitely
the
did.
sleeve of life
Like
I'm
trying to collect
taking.
Chibi absolutely saved that bandit's life because I was going for him next.
Yeah.
It was
Saved him from you.
it was about time, roughly on the average of sessions passed, for you guys to have your bag of holding.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
So it was about time to be delivered.
20 sessions, baby. Sheesh.
But yeah. I am gone.
Yes.
Yeah. I did not expect
Where the
this.
fuck are you going?
So
Going on
I'm
one of
busy
them
for,
boat
like, the next
rides,
3
like
weeks.
the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory style thing, where you go down a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
What did you say you're doing,
There's
Tony?
no way of knowing. No, next week, celebrating my one of my younger brother's birthday, going to a big footy game. Gonna be fantastic. And then on the 3rd and the 10th, I am performing on stage. So
Oh shit.
Have fun.
yeah.
Bro,
Okay,
is
so
the
it's
train
only a
Crushed
minor
up
role, but
now.
still.
See you guys later.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
See you
Yeah.
later.
Bye.
Alright.
But yeah,
So,
I'm also dancing, which is
we'll
great.
quickly wrap it up
Okay.
there. And, yeah. So, thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you next week with the delivery of the bandit and a quote-unquote long journey / short journey to I think you guys are going to Primtier and then to Crestfall, I believe. So yeah, we'll get the journey on next session. So
Oh my god.
Which way are you going?
Shit, what the
We'll,
fuck? Can I just play that?
Shit, sorry, I was trying to make something.
we'll see you all next week, and until then, I hope you all have a wonderful long rest. Goodbye.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Goodbye.